stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still looking at some morning delays on I-4 today in the Orlando area. For those who plan to travel by the major attractions exits this morning, things are currently looking good for those planning to travel on the Beach Line or on the Greenway. No delays to report right now on the 408 or up and down the 429. If you see traffic problems, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Pro-Life Across America.
Hi, I'm Angie. Did you know a billboard can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference by helping us spread the pro-life message to reach those who are struggling with an unplanned pregnancy. Please make a gift today. Visit prolifeacrossamerica.org.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Get an alarm clock. Kane's Super Saturday starts this Saturday at 10 a.m. One day only. Everything is on sale. Over $40 million in furniture.
The whole shebang.
Doors open at 10 a.m.
Kane's Super Saturday.
Spring allergy season is here, and if you're like most of us, you're suffering from allergies, maybe even sinus infections. Let me guess. Itchy, watery eyes, sinus headaches, sneezing, runny nose. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help, so you can start treating the source instead of just masking the symptoms. Aspire has helped thousands just like you with solutions that actually work. Don't spend another season being miserable. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Be on the lookout for the Real Radio Street Team, sponsored by Farrah & Farrah, Orlando's accident attorneys, at events around Central Florida for your chance to win tickets to upcoming events and other great prizes. Get a complete listing of upcoming events at realradio.fm/events.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Have you been to Wassie's Meat Market yet? Wassie's Meat Market has hand-cut, never frozen quality meats. And they've been right here in Melbourne for over 30 years. Choose choice and prime domestic Wagyu, Australian Wagyu, and A5 Japanese Wagyu beef. Wassie's also offers sides, appetizers, and pies. Did I mention that everything is homemade, which will make your meal even more special? Stop at Wassie's Meat Market from 9 to 6 and Sundays from 10 to 4 at 830 North Wickham Road in Melbourne. That's Wassie's Meat Market.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside now and start earning easy cash back. The more you use Upside, the more you get. Use promo code CURRENT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code CURRENT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, April 2nd, 2026. Lots to get to today, from NASA's trouble in space to Charlie Day's interview might hurt the new Mario movie, and a woman who disappeared 30 years ago found alive. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Not bad. How are you? Doing great.
Good. Hanging in there. We're almost through the week. We got some excitement on the way today. Should be a fun one. I'm telling you, folks, fireworks to end the week, so don't miss a moment of the show, all right? It's going to be a good one. Let's buckle up.
You
and
guys
get
finally
ready
ordered the pyro for my Fritz on the Street wins?
No, there's no budget for that.
Cold
There
Spark.
There's not. We don't even have a cold spark budget.
How about some of those snap and pops, the droppy things?
I have cleared a budget with iHeartRadio. Things are very tense between me and the company at the moment. So I've cleared a budget for you to be able to hit your own little button there if you do, in fact, secure a victory in Fritz on the Street.
Okay.
Your own bam, bam, bam. That one. You have the budget.
Was not part of the iHeart budget. I gave that to him for his birthday.
That's true.
They tossed it out there, not
which
me.
iHeart paid for.
Yeah, they acted like it was there. So there you go. Congratulations. If you win, you could play that twice, they said. Let's play this once. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening to this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a little kid with a GoPro on his head.
I knew it was going to be this kid. I knew it was going to be this kid that starts the show.
This kid's fun, man. I like this kid. This kid was getting ready like everybody else at Cape Canaveral. There were celebrities all over the place. I mean, big Hollywood celebs out there. There was also other celebrities who tweeted about the launch, including Dale Earnhardt Jr., who was like, I didn't even know there was going to be a launch today. This is really amazing. Holy cow.
Damn, seriously?
I'm like, bro, where have you been living that you didn't know anything about this?
It's everywhere.
Anyhow, the folks are out there in force.
I know that being you can't imagine a situation where people can be so unplugged from the news. But I got to think about...
But this is not even the news, really. It's just like a thing.
It's news. It's current events.
I think if you work at a job where you're in an office, somebody would be like, huh, it was pretty crazy.
Do you think Dale Earnhardt Jr. works at a job at an office?
No, but I feel
like...
But
does he just sit in silence in his living room?
Probably cracks open some of those... whatever beer sponsors him, and
Bud Light,
hangs around, man. He's Dale Jr.
Well, let's go to this kid. Here he is. He's got a GoPro on his head. He's wearing a NASA hat. He is really excited about the launch. This was before everything went off. Let's see what he said.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the frickin' moon, that's why.
Yeah, indeed. We're going back to the friggin' moon, man. You hear that? You NASCAR driving fools? Come on. Some of you got to know about this.
Does he know how ridiculous he looks with that GoPro?
He does look dumb with the GoPro on his hat. The hat bill GoPro is not a good look, but I do like... I'll tell you why I'm psyched.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the frickin' moon, that's why.
Yeah, there you go.
Frickin' moon.
We are going back to the friggin' moon. Now, there's some problems. Houston, we have some problems.
Already?
We'll talk about the space problems. They started almost immediately. Immediately. And some of them were like, oh, my God. how cringe is this? And this was one of the problems that I saw come off within about the first, hour or so of Artemis taking off and getting into space. Actually, I should start with that. Let's just start with the launch, because it was just one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. I did. I was watching.
We just caught like the little bit before it went into the clouds, but I was so pleased with myself.
Oh, I didn't go out into the real world and watch it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I instead decided to just watch on TV in all the glory of the 4K and everything else.
I should have pulled a Sean and stayed inside, because I didn't see a damn thing from my backyard.
Nothing?
No.
I have too much tree cover in the backyard, and then I was trying to put the drone up in the air and get a good shot of it from there.
Yeah.
And just at the last minute, it was failing, and I restarted everything but the thing I needed to restart. By the time I got it up in the air to look, there was just a bunch of clouds and this little window with a tiny little plume. Tiny little plume.
They're already on their way to the moon.
Yeah.
Damn it, I missed them. Well, in case you missed it, here's what it looked like.
Sound suppression water is flowing.
15 seconds.
And here we go.
It was so fun to watch this.
9, 8, 7,
6.
RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Imagine riding on this thing, man.
And lift off. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Off they go.
I mean,
so much power.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild.
Roger, roll pitch.
You know what's funny? Whenever I'm watching this, I've seen it so many times. I've seen SpaceX, I've seen NASA, I've seen all these launches, and even though I've never been out to Cape Canaveral and watched one of the launches on purpose, I've seen so many of these. However, I'm still a layman in this world, so when I'm watching a space launch like this, once the rockets go and the thing is up in the air, I'm like, they did it, son of a bitch, they did it, they did it, they're off to the moon again, But I then have to remind myself, I'm like, well, they're not in the clear until they get to this part. And then, wait, hold on. They're not really even in the clear.
They're not in the clear until they get home, buddy.
Yeah, like they're still in danger like, all the way through it. But as 3 seconds in, I'm like, son of a bitch, America, we did it again. Unbelievable.
They
said we couldn't do it.
And all of the things that could have gone wrong did not so far, knock on wood.
The people inside are still white knuckling it, like rocking around.
Did you see that video of the Cook, the female astronaut, last name Cook?
Oh yeah,
Coke. I think Coke.
Yeah,
showing the toilet.
Oh yeah. I've seen a couple of these. We'll talk about that in a moment here, because that's one of the problems they've got.
Oh,
the toilet is not doing well. Yeah. I mean, they weren't thinking about this at this point, though.
Oh, because
they're just thinking about their little capsule, which is like a tiny little vessel going into space, headed for the moon. Further, by the way, than any human has ever traveled in the history of humans.
Bitch.
Crazy to think about. These folks, because they're going around the moon, the way they're going around the moon, no human has ever gone this far into space as these 4 people, well, as these 3 Americans and 1 Canadian have gone after this is successful. It's Canadian. But the people that are on there, the mostly people that are on board this spacecraft are going to go further than any other human has in humanity. And that is just fantastic in every way. But there was some problems. So let's get to the problems here. Problem number 1, and this is just like, come on. I mean, get it together. I don't know who to blame here, but listen in. Here is one of the first technical glitches they noticed on the space mission.
Yeah, go for it. And then I also see that I have 2 Microsoft Outlooks, and neither one of those are working. If you want to remote in and check the Optimus on those 2 Outlooks, that would be awesome.
Email?
I love how relatable this is. I love how relatable it is that
you had one job, Microsoft.
They're in space and they're like, thrusters working, sir. Air supply working. Water supply working. And all these things are like check. Like, all right, let's we've gotten down to it here. Let's check our Microsoft Office installation and see if it. No,
NASA has backups for their backups. You don't think 2 Microsoft Outlook installations is not is overkill for space,
Artemis
and they're
2,
broken.
You tried to unplug it and plug it back in. Over.
They're both
Now,
broken. They said.
I didn't get a good look at it, but when they were in the run up to the launch and they're showing all the different camera feeds, one of the feeds was from inside the capsule, inside the what are they calling it? Not intelligence, in integrity.
No,
integrity.
Orion.
Well, it's the Orion capsule, but I think their code name is Integrity.
Okay.
And I sent you a clip that is also a little funny. Not as funny as Microsoft Outlook, but if you look at your text. But they had like these little. One of the guys has like a tablet. I think maybe they all have their own tablet, and they cut to the camera, and the guy picks up his tablet, and you could see him put in the password. And I was like, that password was on. There was millions of people watching that password.
This one here.
No, this is different.
No.
This is something that I noticed in the minutes after the launch that I was like, I didn't even know you could respond to Houston like this. But they basically, Houston asked them for something, and they were like, yeah, Lumberg, I'm busy now. I'll get back to you later.
Shut up, I'm headed to space, okay? Oh, here it is.
On the PCD, we have time update instructions when you're ready.
And Houston, Integrity, we copy. Hands are pretty busy at this time. I think we will call you back when we're ready for that.
Damn you, Houston.
All right, that one is not urgent.
2 minutes. Oh, now it's not urgent, huh? Yeah. I didn't even, you know what? I didn't even want you to do it now that I think about it. All right.
Also, two-factor authentication to make sure to just get a good picture of your face and send the code back that goes to your phone. Thank you.
In reality, the length of time between them asking and them responding was like 13 quiet seconds because the farther they get, the longer it takes, I think.
I think you sent me the same thing I already had up here, just for the record. This is when a couple of people shot Artemis, the mission launching and going up into space from out of their plane window. This one here?
Yeah. My good friend Terry on her birthday.
Oh, shoot. That's not the same thing that I'm talking about. Then.
Yeah, and I don't know if she curses because I would, but she was leaving Costa Rica day after her birthday and got to see it. I mean, once in a lifetime?
Oh, that's
cool.
To
see this from a plane? Hell yeah. Almost cursed.
I got a couple of people that have caught this. These are some other ones that you can see as clear as day. They're flying along on a passenger airplane, and the space mission is launching up right next to them.
What I'd give.
One thing that I wonder, and this may be the dumbest space/airplane question I've ever asked in my entire life. If
they're not going to crash into each other, Sean.
No, I'm not. Well, I mean, that could be a possibility, but I'm not asking that. I'm sure they've cleared that ceiling.
Yes.
But let's say you're on a flight and it's a full flight, big flight of people. And all of a sudden the pilot's like, out of the left side of the plane.
If you're on the wrong side.
If everybody on the plane shifts over to the left-hand side of the plane, does the weight distribution risk the plane
I think for
rolling?
those giant planes, I think that they're balanced in another way.
I know that they do work and focus on weight balance quite a bit on planes. They want to make sure that everything's balanced. So if everybody was looking at this space flight going off and they're all on the right side of the plane and the left side of the plane and they all go to the left side of the plane, woo!
I'll say this. In the smaller planes we've been in, I have been asked to sit towards the front of the plane, even in the front of the plane, because I weigh more, and that's where they want the weight. I have never been moved from the back of a passenger plane, from a commercial airliner. I think, they definitely do care about the weight and all that stuff, and the fuel takes into account for that, but I've never been moved around because I'm the anomaly there.
But if there's 350 people on a plane and then all of them go to one side, pilots tell me, am I crazy here? Am I crazy? There they are, watching out the window of a commercial flight. Very, very cool. I mean, just so many cool moments like this. Just absolutely an astonishing thing that humans have done here. And some of the visuals are just absolutely unbeatable. I'll bring them, some of them to you, the best ones that we're talking about here over on See It Now. Like this was this it? Hold on. I want to show you the one that was my absolute favorite.
Anyone know how they're doing?
In
Can we
space?
talk to them, or we can't hear back from them until Outlook is fixed?
No, I mean, they don't have email unless they got that fixed on the Outlook side, but they seem to be okay off in space, minus the other problems that we'll get to during the show today. But this was my absolute favorite piece of video from the Artemis launch. It's just unbelievable. It looks so fake because all the things you're seeing are so crazy. And this is, I'll put this up on See It Now. This is one of the separation moments. Sealand, let's show everybody this. It's very quick, all right? This is when the ship separated, the capsule separated from the rest of the rocket. You just see all these like little flurries floating around in space and the lights of space and the size of this rocket and the two things leaving each other.
Do we know what those flurries are? Or is it?
I don't know, but
Look like stars.
They're not stars.
Magical.
But they look like stars.
There's some stars on there for sure, but there's ones that are just like almost looks like sparks. But you know, I don't know. It's pretty amazing.
I thought you don't see a lot of stars once you get into space.
It might be true. I've never been there. Yeah, I've not been, but
next year.
Ask William Shatner.
For somebody who can correct me on the plane thing, maybe you could tell us about the stars thing too. We could use some experts on this particular field. Amazing Artemis 2 space footage. Okay, I'll put this up on See It Now because when we talk about something visual, I know you're listening to the show. I don't want it to be too frustrating for you. I want you to be able to see it too. So make your way over to the website right there over at thenewsjunkie.com. On the website, you'll see something called See It Now. Click it and bam, you'll see it. As I was talking, I posted it on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, here's what we're going to do. We'll take a quick break. We'll get into some other problems happening with the space mission, and they got a broken toilet up there. They got a broken toilet. They're just launching, and we're talking about broken toilets. I'll tell you what the story about the space toilet is, everything you need to know about this, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Still looking at some heavy delay.
Hello. Welcome back to the show. Skull mic activated. YouTube, Twitch, TNJ chat, how we doing? I saw some messages saying the video audio sync was off. Not right now, because this is very different. But when I'm over there, was the video audio sync off? It might mean that the delay is messed up or something. See, you might even want to check the station delay to make sure that's good. I hope nobody turned off the delay again. It's happened before. Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
I just got a Publix to get stuff for Sunday.
Yeah. You can use regular one. Yep.
Okay.
What are you making for Sunday?
Two different types of, excuse me, scalloped potatoes and corn relish.
Two different types of scalloped potatoes?
Well,
What did I tell you about that corn relish?
it's not for you.
You can ho the corn relish.
Okay, you don't like it. My mom likes it.
No, you like it.
I like it too. I can't make something I like.
No, you don't need to make something for yourself. It's selfish.
You don't like the soup I've been making.
That's selfish. I just don't complain about it.
I don't make it for you.
Make what? If you made a potato soup or something, I would love it.
Yeah, that's gonna bulk you up.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay. Be safe, please.
All right, babe.
See you later. Huh? I don't think so. Thank you for asking. It looks like you're in a Godzilla movie. Don't worry, C-Lane's working on it. He probably has it fixed already. I mean, it should be lined up now, right? To be clear, I'm on a different mic. I'm not delayed right now. We are real time in it, baby. On Skull Mic, we're real time in it. Who watched the launch yesterday, chat? Yes or no? Did you watch the launch? Even you haters. You NASA haters, you weirdos. I bet you watched at least a little bit, or a clip. Did you watch the launch, yes or no? Me? I did? Thought it was just okay. What? Oh, I watched it from the top of a parking garage 11 stories up? Yes, I did. Thank you, Tanya. Anybody who refused, and they're willing to admit it, anybody who refused, I don't like those NASA folks. Bro, what are you doing? That was such a fun thing to watch. I was watching it as I was working on my video. All right, we're back in just a couple of minutes on the show, and we're going to talk about the toilet being broken on Orion. The Artemis 2 mission launches. It's amazing. It's a success. I didn't even know a couple of things. One, I didn't know they stopped the countdown at 10 minutes. I didn't know they could pause the countdown. I didn't know that they could pause the countdown. Is that new? Or have they haven't always been able to pause the countdown as far as I was aware. But they paused the countdown and then they resumed it. You let that kid say the F word on the air? Friggin' is not a bad word, pal. Even my mom said friggin'. Friggin' is not the F word. Do you really think the word friggin' is a curse word? Let's stop on a side mission here. Just to be clear. Just to be clear. As accusations are starting to fly. Chat. Do we think that the word friggin' is a curse word? Yes or no? Friggin', F-R-I-G-G-E-N. Like, is the word friggin' a curse word as in a kid shouldn't say it or something? Borderline? No. No. No, hard disagree. That's not what he said. That's 100% what he said. I'll play it again. Give an inch? What are you talking about? All right, we're friggin' talking about this next. Is this YouTube arguing? Yeah, I think most of these comments are coming from YouTube. The word friggin' is just, without a shadow of a doubt, not a curse word. Like, anybody could say that. I think a pastor at a church might get away with saying friggin'. Like, friggin' Jesus was, he was in the cave. He's got the holes in his hands and his palms. And he rolls the friggin' rock. It's heavy. He rolls the friggin' rock out of the way. Nobody would blink. We all heard friggin'. No, it's not a curse word. Play it in slow-mo. Buddy, I don't need to play it in slow-mo. He said friggin', 100%. 100%. We're hashing this out on air. We're hashing this. When we come back, we're getting down to the bottom of this. Even if it means the end of my career. He says again. All right, here we go. We're coming back right now, everybody.
Dual Active Formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolate spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
10-10 shots fired. City Hall building.
How could this have happened in City Hall? Somebody tell me that.
A shocking public murder.
This is one of the most dramatic events that really ever happened in New York City politics.
I screamed, get down, get down. Those are shots.
A tragedy that's now forgotten. And a mystery.
That may or may not have been political. That may have been about sex.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Rorschach, Murder at City Hall, and listen now.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
We have to fight over this. This is going to come down to the audio. I'm going to play the audio for you in just a second, and you can tell me if it's the end of my radio career, all right? I will play the audio for you in just a second. You tell me, Sean, I don't care if you have 88 days left on your contract with iHeart. This is the end of your radio career. We have to talk about this. This is what is becoming the big sideshow, I guess, here in the moment, and the controversy surrounding this unbelievable, historic, amazing to see Artemis space launch. Go USA, Canada, and get out there into space. Go further than any humans have gone before. Super cool, great. But now people are trying to cancel the show. There's a small movement growing. It started with one person. And they said, what are you doing, man? I know that the contract is coming to an end, and you got your issues with the radio company, Sean. But here's the deal. You just played a little kid saying a curse word live on the show.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't.
And I want to tell you two things. One, I'll play it again, all right? I'll play it again, and this kid is definitely not cursing, number one. Number two, the word friggin' is not a curse word, all right? F-R-I-G-G-E-N.
Or F-R-I-C-K-I-N.
Neither one of them. My mom used to say this word.
Is that part of the argument? Are people arguing that frickin' is a curse word?
No,
yes,
it's not.
People are arguing this. By the way, the video sync is off for those of you streaming. C-Lane will work on this eventually. Please stop complaining, all right? Yeah, something's off. We're just
you're freaking
no
annoying.
Rush. No rush. They'll be fine. They can stop complaining is what they could do. These folks who are losing it over this little kid. Here's the clip. I'll play it for you first. And then I'm going to make my claim on this.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the frickin' moon, that's why.
All right.
Thursday.
They played this live on CNN, or, live-ish on CNN. They played this clip all over the place. And the absolute fact of the matter is that he definitely didn't curse. He's a little kid, and friggin' is not a curse word. All right? I just want to put that out there. Anybody who wants to disagree, let's fight over this. But I'm telling you, my mother growing up, I can count on one hand, all right? One hand, the amount of times that I have heard my mother curse. She's, God rest her soul now. But my mother never cursed, except for a couple occasions when she was really, really upset about something. So much so that when she did, it would be those moments where you go, oh my, whoa, Mom. It's like Amy Caulfield, our news friend, cursing or something. It was like the whole world stops for a second.
She spelled it out.
But my mom would go, oh, I forgot to get something at the friggin' grocery store. Same thing this kid said, watching the space launch, being excited about the moon mission. That is absolutely not a curse word. And there's an absolute other argument going on here where people are saying, no, he didn't. He actually said the F word. You guys are crazy, okay? I want to make this as clear as possible. Radio reputation on the line. The kid said friggin', and he didn't say a curse word. And if those of you who are hearing something else are crazy.
Yeah, maybe listen on better speakers. Put the headphones on.
Somebody right now is like, that's an edited version. That's a this, that's a that, that's a this.
Okay.
The only thing positive is they're saying the sync is perfect now. So I guess you nailed that part, C-Lane. All right? You did a good job on that. 100%, this kid said something that's absolutely fine.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the frickin' moon, that's why.
Yeah, it's as clear as anything I've ever heard. This ain't some blue dress, conspiracy.
Or Yanni Laurel.
Yanni and Laurel, which one do you hear? This is like a little kid saying something. And parents, tell me if I'm wrong. Is that something you would let your kids say, yes or no? Like, would you take an issue? Your kid's excited about the Artemis moon
At a certain age, maybe, if he didn't overdo it.
Somebody says that is not the actual live clip. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, now they're trying to get at you.
Now They believe this, I think. Send me a link if you think that's something. I heard it last night on Fox and could have sworn he said the F word. Well, you heard wrong. They didn't change it.
If it's not the actual live clip, that means that they're replaying it, which they probably wouldn't do if they thought that he said a bad word.
We have a new space conspiracy, and it's about the little kid being excited about the moon mission. These people are like, no, they changed it. They went back. They used AI to replace the little boy, and actually he said the F word.
Okay, well, if he did, he can on cable news, and fleeting. He would Bono it, did he not?
No, that wouldn't be fleeting necessarily because they got the microphone directly in the kid's mouth. And
the replaying it part would,
replaying it over and over and over. That wouldn't fall under fleeting, but it would fall under friggin' because that is not a bad word. Did I grow up in a house that was weird here? If you guys, when you were little, if you said that word, would your parents slap you? Would they have been like, what are you doing?
No.
Not me.
If I said hell, yes, I would get smacked. Chancleta right to the face.
If I said a million different things, I would get hit or there would be some sort of issue. But if I said that, my mom said that all the time. And the space kid's fine for saying it. I'll fight you all over it.
If it was something my mom said all the time, then I could just say whatever I want. But,
I'm a lame badass.
But no, I think my parents would prefer I not say frickin' a lot. Yeah. But, it's not the real thing. So
in an extreme argument, I went to I think a pastor could get away with using that word. I think if a pastor was working it into his Easter sermon and the pastor was like, look, Jesus
on a
freaking
cross, man.
He's trying to roll the freaking rock away, and it's heavy. It's really heavy. He's pushing the thing. He's got holes in his hands, and I don't think people would double take too much. It's one of the most acceptable words you can have, unless you're really holier than thou. Some of you might be. I don't know. All right, let us know how you feel about this. What's your verdict on this? On the space kid saying that word, that now some of you got me even tiptoeing around. No. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing friggin' wrong with it, okay? It's fine. We're allowed to say it. Give us your thoughts, your emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, your dispatches over on the website. It's taken away from what's amazing here, and that's that 4 astronauts have embarked on the first lunar voyage in 53 years. 53 years. Just astonishing. Really impressive stuff. Go USA, a little bit of Canada. And the 3 Americans and 1 Canadian were on a 32-story rocket that rose up from NASA's Kennedy Space Center. Tens of thousands of human beings, still amazed by this whole thing, sat there and watched. And it changed these little kids' lives. That's why that little kid was so excited. I want every little kid in the United States of America, be he black or white or anything in between, some sort of halvesy, I don't care. I want them all to feel this same way. I want them all to look up in awe and go, man, this is awesome. Because you know what? Here's why, okay? I think I didn't want to say this, but this is why I have sort of a personal attachment to this whole thing. We haven't done this in 53 years. When I was a kid, back in the 90s, right? When I was a kid, there was a couple of answers you would get if you asked a young child, what do you want to be when you grow up? If you went around to any kid, including me, and you said, well, what is it you want to be when you grow up? The little kids would say, I want to be an astronaut. I want to go to space. I want to be an astronaut. Or I want to be a scientist, or I want to be a football player, or I want to be, whatever. And over the years, that has been manipulated by social squares and social media and all things social. All of
Hollywood
the social
squares
media
also. Yeah.
Even
all
Hollywood
the
squares.
Facebook,
they're in Hollywood.
Instagram, Twitter. Y'all see this?
And this is morphed into a generation of millennials. When asked about this, they would go, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they'd be like, an influencer, obviously. I want to be an influencer. I'm going to make my money on the gram. And that is rotten to the core. And so when I look at the calendar here and say, we haven't been to space around the moon in 53 years, maybe one of the reasons why these little kids aren't looking up at the spaceship with googly eyes saying, I want to be an astronaut when I grow up, is because we haven't been back to the moon. So I would think that would be one of the biggest wins. just for modern humanity, to get kids away from wanting to be on Instagram and away from being claviculars and to being the people that they probably can't even name right now, the 4 astronauts headed over to the moon. That's what I think would be a victory. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you agree. Let me know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com, and send me a dispatch. Meanwhile, there was a potty problem, a bathroom problem, a toilet problem on Artemis right off the jump. These astronauts going up in space for 10 days with one another. And about 5 seconds in, they discovered the toilet on this thing, which is not very big, just so you know. I'm looking at it now. It's smaller than any cruise ship toilet you have ever seen in your life. It's smaller than any airplane bathroom you've ever been in. An airplane bathroom is palatial compared to what I'm seeing here on the Artemis 2 space toilet. Here it is.
Crazy thing about the toilet is that even though it's in the floor, once you're in there, you don't have a clue. You have no idea whether you're in the floor or which way your head's facing or anything. You could be floor, ceiling, wall, doesn't matter. Now, one interesting thing is, yes, it's...
By the way... Do you understand what she was just saying?
Yeah, I actually think it's kind of fascinating. It's one of those weird little perks of design you get when you don't have to worry about gravity.
Let me explain for everybody who didn't pick up on that, and it's okay if you didn't, but imagine this. You're in space, so up, down, left, and right don't really matter quite as much. The bathroom in space is as if you look at the floor in your house, and there's a door that you open on the floor, and then you go into the floor. You're not sitting down on a toilet in the traditional sense like you would be.
The toilet's facing sideways.
Yeah.
The toilet is sideways.
Weird.
That's so cool.
And you're using the toilet the other way, all right? It's sideways, and you're using the toilet the other way. And that, to me, by itself is just kind of crazy to comprehend.
Imagine if you were designing a New York apartment, because that's what we were comparing a lot of this to yesterday, and you didn't have to worry about gravity. You could have a little office in the corner that you could just float up to and just be upside down and have all your stuff right there. You're good to go.
Right. Yeah, in regular design, you can't use like random parts of the room. But you could in this space design. So that's one weird thing about the toilet. The other thing is about 5 seconds in, they realized it was broken. What was going on here? How do they fix it? What are the astronauts going to do? What are the backup plans? We'll tell you all of that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. We say words, you listen. You can call and say words too. It's really just that easy. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Thursday, we are going to be expecting a warm one as temperatures soar and make their way into the low and middle 80s with a high of 84 degrees today in Orlando. We will also be expecting some isolated to scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Only though about a 30 to 40% chance of rain is expected. We'll dry things out a bit for our...
Hello, stand by.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals at $4, $6.
Skull mic activated.
New Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Guys, let's talk about Premier Men's Medical Center. You know, erectile dysfunction, PE, is not something to joke about. Trust me.
Erectile dysfunction?
Joke about it when it shows up.
What's that?
It's been funny for so long. It's not something that just fixes itself. So as much as you try to brush it off, when push comes to shove and it matters the most, it still shows up.
Okay.
It's going to mess with your confidence, and that is...
Folks, I'm going to need to touch base with you here again, YouTube and Twitch. Is the video audio sync when I'm over there doing the show fixed now? Is it good? Because boy, I can tell when it's off. I can look at chat and tell when it's not synced up on the delay.
407-723-7533. That's 407-723-7533.
It's still off a bit. Don't yell at me.
Don't overthink it. Just call Premier.
Off a bit for everybody? Or off a bit when I'm talking? Or... See, just take a second look, if you don't mind, at that sink and see. I think it's pretty close, if not there. Was the delay not active or something?
No, the delay is good. It's just something weird today.
Okay. I think it's pretty close. Maybe just take a peek if you don't mind, whenever you get a second. Okay. Working on it. Again, remain calm. Sorry that the sync was off for a hot second. As per usual, if something's not working, it will be repaired. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Wait till we get to this movie promotion discussion. It's going to be hot. It's going to be spicy. But we're going to talk a little bit more about the toilet broken on Orion for the Artemis 2 mission. Is it still broken? What does it mean when it is broken? Do they have backups? All those things. We'll get to that in just a moment.
Listen to Mostly Human on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mostly Human and start listening on the free...
Reminds me of people complaining of Wi-Fi on planes not working. We don't look at you anyway, so no worries. Yes, you do. And stop being a dick, slacker. I've seen you being a dick like 3 or 4 times. I will blast you out of that chat room. All right? Stop. Try to be a normal human being. Mr. Predicto. Are we going to get in trouble with the FCC for saying the word friggin'?
The answer is yes.
Well, that's not good. Big if true. We're coming back live.
Now, drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
Every now and then you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises, all on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickley.com.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips@the new.
I'm real happy about this. I'll tell you about what in a second here. We got more on the plane situation, or not the plane, the shuttle situation, the Artemis situation, Orion situation, I guess I should say, with the broken toilet. I'll explain what's going on there. Big thanks to Craig K for the 10 gifted subs. Those are subscriptions over to thenewsjunkie.com to secret shows. You can go grab one. When somebody gifts like Craig K just so nicely did, that makes it so you can get a free subscription, video and audio, to secret shows for a month. Go unlock secret shows. There's a live one tonight, and there's a huge category of videos on the website for you to watch now if you unlock this. Claim your subscription, thanks to Craig K over at thenewsjunkie.com. Toilet trouble on Artemis 2 and the mission to the moon. This is a little confusing. I want to hone in on this real quick before we get into the discussion. Artemis 2 is the mission Orion is the space capsule, but C-Lane is saying there's like another name they're referring to it by as
Integrity.
well.
I think that's the call sign.
Integrity. I'm going to call it Orion.
Okay.
I mean, is that what are people saying? Integrity? There's too many names here. It's a little confusing. Artemis is the mission. The capsule is Orion, and the crew is the Integrity crew. Is that? Do I have it right now? I don't want to screw this up.
I'm trying to see here.
Yeah, Orion spacecraft for sure. We got that down.
All right. Yeah, that's the top of the thing. That's where they're floating around in this little tiny thing for a while here.
Okay. Named their Orion spacecraft Integrity.
Mm-hmm.
They named.
Wait, hold on.
The name of the space. Okay,
they double named it.
So I have a Mazda car.
That was the exact.
I call her
example I was going to use.
Michelle. You know?
Oh, okay. So it's like a little pet name for the space capsule.
Very
all
confusing
right.
for us Earthlings.
I guess. All right. I'm trying to lock in on this as best as I can, but that's what's going on. It's Artemis 2 is the mission from NASA. Orion is the name of this space capsule. Those are the most important ones I think that we need to understand right now.
It's Integrity for short.
Those folks are out there in space doing their thing. A lot of people this week watched what was going on. I had one question real quick before we get back into some of the toilet mishaps that are going on. Is the whole iPhone thing that they're doing in space an advertisement? Or are they just being nice because Apple's having their 50th anniversary? Or if you don't know what I mean, they gave the astronauts iPhones. Like the astronauts were sitting down. I'm looking at this right now, and the astronauts were getting all ready to go, and they put iPhones. They put iPhones inside their pockets on their legs of their spacesuits. They loaded it in there, so all the astronauts had these iPhones, and then once they each had one, and then once they got into space, they started to throw the iPhones around.
Your iPhones to take pictures out of the window of the
1.75 degrees wider.
All right, that's a great ad.
Yeah, they're throwing an iPhone across in 0G from one astronaut to another.
To take pictures
Big day for Apple.
And they're taking pictures of the moon with the iPhone that they're bringing up there. Is this does Apple pay NASA for this, or?
I don't know, because they're like I said, I saw them using tablets too, and I couldn't tell if they didn't look like
the one with
Apple
Outlook
tablets. That might be the ones with the Microsoft Outlook on it.
What a great Apple advertisement so far. That the first thing the spaceship complained about was neither one of our Outlook email addresses are working right now. However, our iPhone is working perfectly. This is like working out well for Apple if they're not paying for this. It's pretty crazy to me that they brought this up there, and it coincides with Apple's 50th anniversary of the company, but they should be paying for this, should they not? I mean, this is like really good advertising.
I think. Maybe
yeah, they got
did.
the phones up there. Yeah, I mean, they might have. I don't know. I don't know that usually there's product placement going on with a NASA mission.
I mean, there have been a couple products. I think they tried Coca-Cola in space, and that didn't work out. So that's why most of the astronauts were drinking Tang, because it was just easier to do. I think the Coca-Cola thing, there was something with the pressurization, and it didn't taste like Coca-Cola, or it couldn't be fizzy in space, I think.
C-Lane, sometimes I have these little flickers of memories that come in, and I hesitate to bring them up because my news memory bank is good, but I don't know if it's infested like Chat GPT is with hallucinations every once in a while.
It probably is. Your brain?
Was there a moment, C-Lane, double check for me, was there a moment when, didn't they bring a pizza to space one time? Didn't they bring a delivery pizza?
Okay, I don't know about delivery. Pizza has been successfully delivered to and prepared in space, with the first delivery made by Pizza Hut in 2001 to the International Space Station for over $1 million.
Oh, really?
Astronauts have since held pizza parties using kits with pre-baked crust, sauces, and toppings, which sounds to me like Lunchables.
It does, yeah. But that they said $1 million. So there are companies that will pay NASA to do this stuff.
Yeah, I think it has to. I think it can't just be anybody with the money. You probably have to work with NASA and make sure that your product is space safe.
Are you telling me we won't see the astronauts up there like Chumba Casino? Go get the Chumba Casino app. It's like
it says,
maybe
iPhone may well be one of the most popular phones on Earth. It's about to start conquering space as well. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman said NASA astronauts are now cleared to take smartphones into space, starting with the Artemis 2 missions. And the SpaceX Crew 12, I guess, brought them too. We're giving our crews the tools to capture special moments for their families and share inspiring images and video with the world.
You know what I bet it is? I bet it's like one of the ones they give the president. What are those phones called? There's a level of devices that they give people. Most people probably don't even know this. There's a level of devices that they give people way up in the government, and they're specialized. They're not like your iPhone. It's not like the same phone you have. It's a specialized phone that they send to like very important people like this that don't want to get hacked. I forgot what the name of those is, but I'll try to figure this out here.
Isaacman, in the tweet, like in the announcement on Twitter or X, Isaacman from NASA didn't mention specific models, but an Apple spokesperson confirmed to Mashable that the iPhone was one of the phones that had been given the NASA green light. So it sounds to me like maybe Apple is pushing the iPhone thing. And of course, they were holding an iPhone in the video we watched. But it sounds to me like other phones were approved, not just iPhones.
Really? Oh, I just did while you were talking about that, C-Lane. I just did a search to try to verify what I was talking about, where it's like high-end people get these kind of devices that are less hackable or like more secure, and there's some sort of name for them. And I Googled, what is the name of devices made for the president that aren't hackable? This may be the first time.
Maybe it's because you spelled it hackable.
Oh, did I? Okay, hold on. Okay, because I was going to say, for the first time ever, I got your search did not match any documents. So, all right, I got something here. The most secure, specialized, and highly modified mobile devices designed for U.S. presidents are often developed by the Defense Department. The Boeing Black Phone. No, there's some other name. There's like a name, hardened devices. That could be it, but I'm pretty sure I've heard another name too, where there's like a presidential type phone. And hardened device could be what I was talking about.
Somebody in the texting service said iPhone cameras suck so much they have to get close to the moon to get a picture of it. Not bad.
Fair enough. But wasn't there a problem, just to be completely fair here, with Samsung phones where they were, when you would take a picture of the phone, they would use like the picture of the phone that you are I'm sorry, hold on, let me rephrase this. There was a problem for a hot second with Samsung phones where if you took a picture of the moon, it replaced it with like an artificial version of it. Does this ring any bells with you?
No. I don't remember that.
Hold on.
Kind of funny, if true.
Samsung fake moon controversy. Maybe this was fake. I have no idea. The Samsung moon scandal in 2023 refers to accusations that the Galaxy S21 Ultra phones fake detailed photos of the moon. So when you're using your camera, when you're taking a Samsung photo of the moon, they would say that the pictures of the moon were fake. Investigations prove that while the phone uses optical zoom, Samsung's AI scene optimizer adds texture and details, including craters and shadows, to make the image sharper rather than purely capturing raw data. So if you used your Samsung phone, the Galaxy S21, to take a picture of the moon, like the real moon in real life, like you see the moon in space, zoom in.
I don't like that.
And take a picture, they fake it. But I don't get too upset about this because that's a pretty regular thing that they do.
Yeah, there's a trick to it, right?
Well, I mean, even space photos are fake, like the ones that NASA releases.
The color and stuff.
Yeah, they make them look a little more exciting, and there's a little something extra that they do to them.
Oh, somebody said people were taking pictures of tortillas on their wall, and the phone would think it was the moon and add texture. That's funny.
Right. Yeah, I remember that, 2023. You see, it's all back in there somewhere. It's loosely filed away. And it's all news related. Nothing else sticks absolutely at all. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I didn't even get to the trouble with the toilet on Artemis 2, so I do want to talk about that briefly. Then we got to talk about when promoting your movies goes wrong. There are two people on the promotional circuit right now who are running into controversy promoting their movies, and it could backfire for the box office. I'll tell you who these celebrities are, what the movie projects are, and what they said. I'll even play for you the comment that they think might tank the box office of this huge movie. All that coming up next on the News Junkie.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
If you're just starting off your commute, grabbing a bite to eat, you won't be running into too much trouble affecting your ride here. There's some congestion starting to pile up.
Hello, hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Stand by. Stand by for it. Brace yourselves.
Is sponsored by Terminex.
Yeah!
Dude, NASA, or it wasn't NASA, Pizza Hut paid the Russians $1 million to bring the pizza into space.
Really? It wasn't even the U.S. space program?
About a reverse mortgage. Look.
International Space Station, but...
See if you can find anything about Apple paying, and if we can work that back in naturally, we'll do it.
Get you guys done. We'll get you some numbers and explain the details. The best part,
Excuse me.
decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage could be a lifesaver, especially for people over the age of 62 on
Excuse me.
fixed income. So get a quote today.
Apology.
No hard credit inquiry.
Oh, come on.
Work with an expert and a friend that you can trust. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. ThatMortgageGuyGone.com.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote. ThatMortgageGuyGone.com.
We talk a lot about the diamonds at International Diamond Center, but did you know that
Oh, I hate that. All right. Let's go like activated. Thank you to Craig K for the 10 gifted subs. Missy says the sync is still off. Is when I'm on the show, the sync is still off, you're saying? God damn it. Hi. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know. At this point, I don't really want to mess with it. But I'll open it up. If the video audio sync is still off, let me know, and we'll tune it up more. It's so close. Well, hold on. You have to know, there's always either I am going to be off a fraction or they are going to be off a fraction. Always like that. Always going to be either I'm off or they're off. Sometimes we try to thread the needle right in the middle, but one of them is always going to be a fraction of a second off. Now it looks like you're in sync, video audio sync, and I'm off a little bit. I think we usually have the needle like threaded in the middle of that somewhere.
I'm going to put 104 milliseconds on it.
Okay.
It should be.
Is it drastically changed from where you have it? I don't know why it would have changed.
No, now I'm changing it back to where it was.
Weird. It might have just been some fluke thing. Okay, thank you. All right. Some little fluke thing. Don't worry about it. Should be fine when we come back. Usually you are spot on and they are off. It's flipped today. What happens if we've been a Secret Show sub for like 10 years and we claim a free sub? If you go to claim it, it'll probably be grayed out if you're already a subscriber. Those are gone though.
For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassie's Meat Market. They'll deliver and set up your big green egg.
Damn, Missy, look at that moon photo.
Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to the website wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Okay. Back in 2 minutes, folks. Hour 1 in the can. We still have to get to the problems with the toilet on Artemis, and I've got all the details on that, which are actually really, really interesting, coming up next. And then the celebrities who are tanking their own movies, or at least attempting to. We'll talk about that in the next break. I wonder if the iPhone in space will be sold, like auctioned off, or if they'll like keep it at Apple somewhere. They'll be like, this iPhone went around the moon, and at Apple's HQ they'll put it in like some really awesome display. Excuse me.
Most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the
1 minute and we're back. So it just pops up peaks on Sean's monitor. Yeah, the studio screen shows inline peaks. So if you're on TNJ chat and you post something, I can see a thumbnail. Technology, baby. By the way, hold on. Let's take a peek. Oh, the Dow. Dow's struggling. Dow's down 123 points. Crude oil is up $11 to $111 per barrel. Stocks down, oil up. That's the way we like.
SEC Registered Investment Advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
About the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Dive into the world's most viral newsroom and join the chat around the clock. If you haven't been in a chat room in a while, man, it's a fun time to use a little bit of your extra moments. Maybe when you're hanging around and instead of scrolling the feed endlessly, doom scrolling, check out the chat. TNJ Chat 2.0 beta is up at thenewsjunkie.com. Dive in and say hi over there. I see all of you, by the way. The messages come right into the studio here. Let's go back to the toilet trouble for the space program, because things are not going perfectly for the space program in Artemis 2. NASA launched these folks into space. Immediately, it seems like their email was having some problems. Then they were having some problems communicating with the spacecraft. And then they were having some problems with the toilet, which, just so you know, one of the most interesting, bizarro things is, imagine that you're standing on the ground. You're standing up. The toilet in the space station in the Orion space capsule is in the floor. So, like, you open a door to the floor, and then you get in there, and you're not on the toilet in an up and down way like you would think of. You're on the toilet in a sideways way. You're like horizontally on the toilet instead of vertically on the toilet. But you're in space. So it doesn't matter. You can go to the bathroom anyway. You don't have to sit on the toilet and let gravity flow things into the toilet. You can do it any way you want.
Also, I found it fascinating that the toilet is so loud that they have to wear ear protection.
Oh, is it really?
going to the bathroom. Like it's all that orange was insulation because of how loud it is, but they also have to wear like headphones, not headphones, but something that protects them because it was that loud to
really
take a number 1 or 2.
This is them going into the toilet before they took off to space. Let's see what they said about this.
Crazy thing about the toilet is that even though it's in the floor, once you're in there, you don't have a clue.
This is Christina, one of the astronauts that's up there on this mission, going further than any humans have ever gone in space.
No idea whether you're in the floor or which way your head's facing or anything. You could be floor, ceiling, wall, doesn't matter. Now, one interesting thing is, yes, it's in the floor, but bye, guys. I got some business to take care of. See ya. Once we're in here,
it's so
things
tiny.
Become important. You need handholds because you're just floating up all over the place. You need to keep yourself down on the toilet seat.
All right, the toilet is this small sort of. It's almost like one of those bank things you used to have at the drive-through, like a cylinder that you would put the checks in to send into the bank through the pneumatic tube system. But it's like twice as big as that. Like it's like 2 times as big as that. And you sit down on that to go to the bathroom.
And just vacuums your butt.
Yeah, and it pulls it right out. And then there's another thing for number 1, and it's like a tube that you bring over and you do what you got to do.
Toilet seat. Also, you can't tell which way is up. And finally, all of this wild orange foam is actually taped over insulation because our toilet is a little bit on the loud side. So you have to wear hearing protection when you're in here, but we're making that work. We're making that work. It's just another thing we have to coordinate with each other. All right.
That's so crazy. The toilet is so loud that they have to wear hearing protection.
By the way, now that we're inside it, at least that shot we had, I think it's pretty comparable to an airplane toilet.
Yeah, a very, very small one. It doesn't have any kind of sink area. It doesn't have any of that. You are simply in there in a very small, tiny little closet using this very specialized bathroom. But the moment they got up there, there was an issue. Space.com, seems like a good source, says there was a little potty problem on NASA's Artemis 2 moonship. Within hours of launching 4 astronauts, its crew reported a glitch in what may have been the most anticipated new creature comfort, their space toilet. There was an issue starting up part of the Orion capsule's toilet, which they call the Universal Waste Management System, that deals with urine collection. The toilet fan is reported to be jammed, they said. So, you got a fan inside your bathroom in the toilet? Theirs was jammed, they said. Now the ground teams are coming up with instructions on how to get into the fan and clear that area to revive the toilet for the mission. They said astronauts could still use the space commode for number 2, just not for number 1, and they were working to restore it for full service. Now that would make me really have to go number 1. I'd be like, oh, I can't at all? What are you talking about?
At least you guys can do it in a bottle.
No, everybody uses the same thing.
No, I'm saying, but if the urine part of it, if it came down to you have to pee so bad, men, I feel like it.
Not in space.
No, because it would just float out. No, the thing that you put on is
get a Gatorade bottle and seal it in, or it is
maybe
going to be much harder for women in space.
It is definitely harder for women to try to do this without a bathroom to do it in, for sure. But the problem is, in space, you can't risk even one little bit of leaking because that can go up into some of the technology.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it's like a tube that pulls it all out. But it looks like they got it fixed. That's the good news. The toilet is fixed. They're in space. They're now safe to go both number 1 and number 2, which I'm happy to hear. And also kudos to this Christina lady because she's a very good host. She did a great job on that video. Very good media presence for her. I know they have to teach the astronauts all of this stuff, but some of them are kind of boring. And Christina Koch, or whatever her last name is, not at all. Very, very good job hosting that whole thing.
I don't know. Some of the astronauts, like the older school astronauts, are like good old boys. Mm-hmm. And so their media coaching was like, hey, you can't say that. Like there was a lot of that. Like I think there was one time where Jim Colbert and them, they had one of the astronauts on and they had to dump him twice.
Oh, I remember that. I do remember that.
Oh, I've been to effing space. I get it. It's, all this stuff is exciting. It's exciting for everybody. It's exciting. One of the things I loved, this went pretty viral over the course of the week. 1.5 million views on this if you haven't seen it. A Spanish family that was watching the space launch, and the guy wanted to watch it on his TV and then see if he could see the spaceship outside because he was close to where the launch was. I'll play this for you if you guys haven't heard it. It's great, right? So.
Se fueron, se fueron, se fueron, se fueron, se fueron.
All right, the launch is going off.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, he goes outside to try to see. He's looking up at the sky. He's watching it happen on TV, but nope, not there yet.
No, not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. You're gonna stay like...
He sees it on the TV, but not in the sky just yet.
It's in that direction, Tia. Para allá. Para allá, no, para allá está el Space Center. Para allá.
Oh.
Sí, seguro.
All right, he's waiting.
No te creo.
He's like, I'm sure. I was. Oh my God, I'm getting chills.
They're all like, ah! Just absolutely blown away. This is so great, man. These are the kind of things that bring us all together. I dig it. I like it a lot. And if you find somebody who doesn't, question that person. Do question that person. Didn't mean to say do in response to the space toilet stuff. But one quick meme for the streamers. I did see Mr. Marco has a whole lot of jobs. Rubio, they're like, all right, he's ready to go in. Marco Rubio with his spacesuit and the plunger. Like, all right, another job for Marco Rubio. The good news is everything's all set for them in space. It looks like it. But tell us if you would ever do anything like this or what your thoughts are on the space program. Or maybe if you're a hater of all of this stuff. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, another thing I need to get out there. I don't know if this was our fault in some way, but so they got funding for TSA, and we had all these huge delays. There was huge backups, big delays at the airports. 5 hours in Houston, 4 hours in Atlanta, hour and hour delays all over the place because the partial government shutdown was doing what the politicians wanted it to do. And it was causing huge delays, so people would complain. So the normies would complain. And they pushed through some funding, so the TSA workers got back to work. So the lines at TSA immediately dwindled. But now there's another problem. And I think it's maybe because of some of the coverage of all of this that talked about how bad things were getting and how long the lines were and how TSA was backed up. And now the airports are begging, and I mean begging, people to not show up as early as they have been. All right? For real.
Make up your minds.
The Washington Post has an article that says, some airports beg, please don't show up 4 hours early. Passengers are being urged to arrive just early enough. After viral images of security lines stretching for 4 or more hours, some airports are sending a message to travelers. This is not it. In a polite public service announcement, John Glenn Columbus International Airport in Ohio told travelers that arriving 90 minutes ahead of departure was the sweet spot. Please don't show up 4 hours early. They said we schedule things with these flights in such a way that we don't have everybody arriving at the same time. And when people arrive 4 hours early, it's too many people at once, and that could cause a delay in and of itself.
What do you want from us, people?
You can't get perfection in this. At first, the TSA workers weren't showing up because they weren't getting paid. And then the lines were really, really big. Now the TSA workers are getting paid and they are showing up, but people are still showing up 4 hours early. So it's causing other issues.
Crazy.
So round and round we go. And
what a shocker, what a surprise. It's a tough story as long as it flies. This next clip is wild and insane. And as you might have guessed, we're back on a plane.
it's not,
catchy.
It's a plane-related story. Yes, I do mention plane-related stories from time to time on the show, giving me the moniker the plane junkie. I don't want that to be a thing. I'll probably talk about 40 different things during the course of this show today, all sorts of different fields. But every time something happens in the airport, there's been a couple. There's been a couple, but there's many more.
and the frickin' moon.
There's many more to come. It's just those are very big stories, and I want to make sure everybody's got everything under control there. Let's hear from you. You can join us on the show. You can send us what we call a dispatch. Record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. Here's Dingo.
What up, News Junkie? Dingo here. I just want to chime in real quick about the astronauts that are wearing earmuffs while they're going to the potty. Mm-hmm. I will say this, as a Gen X child of the 80s. I went to space camp in Titusville, and they did not mention anything about putting on the earmuffs while you're going to the potty. Wild. Hey, you know what? That's why they became fighter pilots and astronauts and everything, because they're smarter than me. I should have been doing this my whole life.
I think, Dingo, it's a newer thing. They've had space bathrooms, but not like this one that they have on this particular mission here.
This is a different, different vehicle altogether. Also, other times that I've seen like shots of space bathrooms, not all of them seem as private as this one did.
Yeah, it was a little space all to yourself, which is kind of nice, considering you only have 90 square feet of living space on this ship.
So it just gives me so much claustrophobia at the thought.
That's tiny. Yeah, I stopped talking about the cubicle square feet or the cubic square feet or whatever, because Sealand was razzing me about that. I'll just tell you
square feet, man.
What, the cubed feet,
you don't even sound smart when you're telling people you can't talk about it.
I don't talk in those words. All right? It's not something I focus on. So I'm telling you in a way that makes sense to everybody. 90 square feet. All right? As the realtor flies, 90 square feet. That's how big the living area is on this particular Artemis 2 mission for these 4 astronauts. So that's pretty crazy. Here's Alfonso. Alfonso is joining us with a dispatch.
Hey, news junkie.
Hey.
Listen, Sean.
Yeah.
About your contract. It's getting me a little depressed.
88 days.
I got so used to listening to you every day and the crew that I'm going to have to ask my psychiatrist for an extra Klonopin at night so I can go to sleep.
Klonopin?
Last night I was thinking 89, and I'm upset. I love you guys.
88, Alfonso. And no change in sight. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. I know that there's allegedly a meeting on the horizon here. There's a mystery meeting that is supposed to be going down tomorrow, actually. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I have no idea what to expect, but that's kind of how this goes. And I'll keep you in the loop as much as I know about my contract with iHeart, so you can plan accordingly with your Klonopin. And we're going to take a quick break in the meantime. When we return,
if he signs it, you have to send that stuff to us, though.
When we return, I've got something for you. All right, I've got a story about some celebrities that are ruining the promotional tour for their new movies, and they think it could affect the box office. For very different reasons, both of them. I'll tell you what these folks said, and we'll explain what's going on, and then we'll talk about if you guys think it will impact the box office for these 2 movies. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Russ, if Ryan gets a speedboat, the next day's headline is going to be this: Captain Corn Carney causes carnage at Causeway.
Ah, damn, he did it.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Keep an eye out for a crash on John Young Parkway at I-4. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. On I-4, you're going to get stuck in some typical areas between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's some slowdowns once you get off Florida's Turnpike to I-75 northbound. That's about it. You won't be running into any accidents, slowing you down on the major roadways. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals. Upgrading to a metal roof? Tri-County Metals is offering a factory direct rebate up to $500.
Hello. Okay. How many minutes do I have?
AC stopped working.
Okay.
I need my AC fixed.
I can't see control panels at the station. I can't see them. They had some sort of internet outage.
Don't call the wrong place. Frank A has helpful operators and techs that will have your AC fixed in no time.
Hang on, I'm going to add a segment for Weekend Edition, our syndicated weekend show.
Services.com.
I'm a good person. I pay my tax.
I'm not showing any session.
Refund check.
What do I need to do? Try it again?
Not this year.
Stand by.
Under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month with 0% financing for 72 months. Get into the best back car in America at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Plus, you get a lifetime warranty.
Minor issues. We'll be fine. We'll brush it off.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Need to land just 2 miles off I-4.
DeLand and Ocala. RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Sean, your show leaving makes me feel like I lost my job or I'm getting divorced. Same. Absolutely same. I don't even know when we're coming back. And Sea Lane's gone. What do I do?
If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you.
Folks, what do I do?
Offices Orlando. I move mountains for a living. Literally, that means I don't care.
I'm scared. Oh boy. The show must go on. All right, fine. Here we go. Stand by.
For that powerful relief. And the best part, the roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
April is prime sports time.
Launches at 3. Got it.
And iHeartRadio has you locked in. Start your day with Fox Sports Radio's Dan Patrick, breaking down the final college teams on the road to Indy.
Unbelievable to watch.
Then find your favorite baseball team hitting the diamond.
Grand slam for Mookie Betts.
Or dive into mock draft season with NFL Daily.
We know Mendoza's going number 1. Who do you have at number 2?
From cutting down the nets to the draft podium, we've got you covered. Open the iHeartRadio app, search sports, and listen now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Radio 104.1.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips@the-new.
So good to see you. So good to be with you. Learn more about the show if you don't mind. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and you can get the podcast. Everything you might want about the show to know is right over there on thenewsjunkie.com. Celebrities. They're just like us, except far more annoying in most cases. And some of them seem to be really bad at doing one super simple thing. That is promoting the movie that you were paid to be in. And there are not one but 2 examples this week of these people going viral promoting their movie and saying something where they're like, oh, great, is this going to affect the box office? Are they going to screw this up? There's no better example than the Snow White movie. They spent a whole bunch of money on this Snow White movie. They spent a whole bunch of money. They got this Rachel Ziegler woman to star in it. And then she started off with all this weird, like, political stuff. And she started saying stuff that really draws in nobody. And she tanked the movie. She should have been out there going, hey, Disney is great. Happy to be part of this Snow White thing. She was like, no, the Snow White thing is basically like a rape story. And I don't need to be rescued by the man in the end. And like all of this dumb talk that led into very political things that made people not want to see the movie. And then they had 100 other issues, and they lost tens of millions of dollars on that movie. So that's one example of this happening. But it's happened a lot. And there's some people who used to do this who don't do it anymore. Like, for instance, Brie Larson is out promoting the new Mario movie, and Brie Larson used to get all political, and you see all these headlines about her being interviewed for the movie, whatever movie she's doing, and she says something, and people be like, what the hell is she talking about? And it would make people less likely to want to see the movie because they thought the comments were dumb. She doesn't do that anymore. She's promoting the Mario movie, and she's like, hey, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be part of this project. It's really cool. I hope kids like it. I hope adults like it. I hope families like it. You're selling something. Sell it and sell it right. But there's two different things out there. One is the Mario movie, which is going to come out here soon, which is going to be, don't get me wrong, all right, before anybody tries to catch me on this. Don't get me wrong. The Super Mario Galaxy movie will not be stopped by this. It will not be stopped by this. It will be $140 million, $130 million juggernaut in its first weekend at the box office. It'll make money. But still, it's not hard to turn other people off, and maybe you should at least be a little more careful about what you're saying. Now, I'm going to play the clip of one of the stars of this Mario movie on their publicity tour, and you tell me if you think this will affect the ticket sales at all. All right? Here you go. Charlie Day. He does the voice of Luigi in the Mario Galaxy movie that's coming out.
Always Sunny guy.
He's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's Charlie, the crazy guy with the conspiracy meme, you know, everybody posts. And I haven't seen that show in years and years and years, so I don't even know what's
still
happening
going
on Always Sunny over there. I don't know if it's good or bad or whatever anymore, but I used to like it back in the day. I used to think it was good. Charlie Day has been in a bunch of stuff that I enjoyed. He seems pretty chill. But he's doing the promotional tour for this with a bunch of the other big actors who are in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And I know they did this on purpose, 100%. I know they did this on purpose. They asked him a question, and they knew where this was going to go. Here's the question and answer.
I have a question for you, Charlie. You play Luigi, a great Italian guy. Who's your favorite Luigi in recent American history?
Recent American history?
All right. So the interviewer says to Charlie Day, while he's promoting the Super Mario Galaxy movie, who's your favorite Luigi in recent modern American history?
Oh, Mangione, of course. Yeah.
Bro, it's bait, man. He's throwing bait right at you. Like the guy knows what he's doing. And all you have to do is not say Luigi Mangione.
And Charlie
the guy
knows
who,
that, or you think he's just going to triple down because it happened in front of all his coworkers and audience?
I mean, he's going to do whatever he wants to do. He's probably just trying to be funny more than anything, I would think. I mean, I'd give him the benefit of the doubt on that. But the reporter knows what he's doing and goading him into this. The reporter is knowingly baiting him in and going, what's your most recent Luigi? Who's your favorite Luigi since you play the Luigi character that you love from recent history in America?
I have a question for you, Charlie. You play Luigi, a great Italian guy. Who's your favorite Luigi in recent American history?
Recent American history? Well, me, first of all, number one. Luigi Mangione.
Luigi Mangione.
Number two.
That's perfect. That's only one. That's one we want to thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Guy knew 100% what he was doing.
I got him.
100% baited him in to saying his favorite Luigi in recent American history is Luigi Mangione. And there'll be some people who are probably like, dude, what the hell? What the hell is going on? Why would you do this? I, again, do not think this will have a major backlash moment. It probably won't go viral enough, even though this has 1.6 million views from the Luigi archive, from the Luigi Mangione fan club page here over on X.com. But this movie will still be super successful. It's out this week in theaters, and it'll make a whole bunch of money. But this kind of stuff doesn't help. It's not smart. It doesn't make a lot of sense to do this. And then you have the other thing that some of these folks are doing. And one is happening with this woman. I don't know her, Millie Alcock. She is the star of this upcoming Supergirl movie. And she did an interview where she was like bracing herself for a backlash over this movie. And she said, people are upset because fan favorite franchises often face scrutiny when you're a woman for simply existing as a woman. She said, it definitely made me aware that simply existing as a woman in that space is something people comment on. She said, we have become very comfortable having this weird ownership of women's bodies. She said she was worried about like this whole thing. She said, of course, I'm scared about all of this, but she's going to get a backlash for simply existing, for being a female version of the Superman role. And again, you could call this something else. This is like a front lash thing. Why are you talking about a thing that's not even happening? Why are you talking when you're promoting this movie about a thing that's not even happening? You're like, well, just for simply existing as a woman, I'm going to get criticism for... Bro, let me show you how easy this is. What's it like to be attached to IP like this? How amazing is it to be, Millie, the lead on this Supergirl project? It's absolutely amazing. I'm a big fan. I respect the fandom, and I think they're really going to love what we create here. The universe of Superman and everything related to it is such an exciting place to create things. And I, for one, am really excited to be at the forefront of this and show people just how amazing Supergirl can be. Okay, fine. Everybody's good. We're all good. The rest of it is like, I've seen this so many times where people get ahead of the front lash and start excusing why their movie might not do well to start commenting on people who haven't even done anything yet. Like, you don't need to do that. Just simply sit there, answer the questions, do a good job, promote the movie, get people excited for it. I think this stuff is shooting yourself in the foot for no reason at all. But let me know what you think. Send a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. And over on the website, you can record your message to get on the show. All right, we'll get into some of those in a moment. I can't see the station, but I think I got a little bit more time here.
You don't have a clock?
I don't have it. Well, I have
one right behind you.
I have one up in front of me, but I'm just used to looking at the same thing all the time. I don't see the one behind me.
There's some sort of connection thing going on with that computer.
Yeah, that's fine. No big worries. You still got other clocks. You still figure out what's going on here. But you could join us on the show with those dispatches in the meantime. I'll bring this to you because it's a bit of a belated thing. After April Fool's Day, this was said to be the most brutal prank that was pulled by anybody on April Fool's. And it's in the basketball world. And I mean, if this is real, it just absolutely knocks my socks off that they would do this.
Now, when you say real, I have not seen this clip. When you say real, as in if it was not real, she would be in on it? Or if it was not real, what's not real to you?
I don't know if this whole thing was done with people knowing what was going on or not. And I don't want to be too cryptic, so let me just play this here. This was at a basketball game for April Fool's Day. The Wizards were playing, all right? And they called out a fan onto the court. And the idea was this fan was going to participate in this contest for the Washington Wizards where he tried misses by a mile, just for the record, so you guys know. He misses the backboard. He misses the rim. He misses everything. He just completely misses, and it goes off into the audience somewhere. They surround him with mascots, and they're doing all the sound effects and stuff, and they tell him that he actually made it for April Fool's. They tell the guy that he actually made the basket at half court.
They're going crazy.
Real though, right? Like, you wouldn't pretend somebody won $10,000 and then go, nah, April Fool's.
You could.
I've seen, they've done this before. And
That's
I don't
brutal.
know, I still never saw the aftermath if they had gotten the person that was competing in the loop. But they still, gave him a prize. But it is a great prank, especially if everyone's in on it.
I would be pissed off if I was in the middle of the court and then they're like, oh, you did it, Sean. And I'm like, I'm going to spend this $10,000 like this. This is going to be so fantastic. And then you realize, I didn't actually win. They're screwing with me. It's April Fool's Day. They can't have really done that. There's no way. Somebody said, did she just say he's rich? Yeah. So we're going to give you instead courtside seats. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's good. An autographed jersey. Okay, fine.
Whose autograph?
But you don't get the $10,000 that we pretended like you won because it's April Fool's Day?
We're also going to post it on our social media accounts. And everyone in the world is going to watch this video over and over again. See ya.
Is it real, though? That's my big question on this. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com or keep those emails coming in. I'll get to those too. Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Lindsey Buckingham tried to go his own way, and then a stalker went that same way, and, well, it's the opposite of dreams. The band Better Than Ezra wants to know if you can write them a song that's better than humans, a.k.a. with AI. Plus, Megan Thee Stallion gets rushed to the hospital. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hello. Skull mic activated. Fritz on the Street coming up in 23 minutes. The greatest game in all of radio. And you could play along. Kara says, what if by some miracle he did make the shot? Would they have had to pay him? 100%. If he made it.
This report is sponsored.
Yeah, if he made it and they promised him that they would pay it, they would have to pay. Definitely. 88 days left on the iHeart contract. And then, boy, it's been a good ride, folks. 88 days left. Here's what's going on. I'll tell you stream exclusive here. Here's what's going on. I have a surprise meeting that they've called for tomorrow. I had a meeting this morning, but that was mostly about sales stuff, not really related to contract things. I have an actual surprise meeting tomorrow after the show. All right, so I'll be meeting to chat about this with iHeart Suits tomorrow after the show. And if the meeting goes well, then maybe we don't have to do all this nonsense anymore. If the meeting does not go well, you may not see me for a while. Just so you know, okay? Just so you know ahead of time. If the meeting tomorrow does not go well, you will not see me for a little while. I can see the station now, which is a godsend. Hey everybody, if you're new here, hit subscribe over on YouTube. Hit that like button. I'd love to see those likes go up. We have so much to get to. I have an update, believe it or not, on Kristi Noem's husband. There's more details coming out about that. We'll talk about that drama. Fritz on the Street's on the way. And the next episode in just a minute or two. Sean, will you ask C-Lane to pick me for Fritz on the Street because I want to win? I'm not going to do that.
Since 1984, solar sources
Sorry.
in Central Florida homeowners beat rising energy costs. Now,
Do you get nervous when you meet the Suits? Is Bob Pittman going to be there? I do not get nervous when I meet with executives or anybody in radio about contracts. I've never used an agent one day in my life. I go in, I represent myself. I've done this many, many times at many, many different stations. I understand how it goes. I am smart enough to make myself as bulletproof in this industry as I can. So I don't give a shit about not signing a deal if I don't want to sign a deal. Radio's in a very strange spot right now where I don't know what things look like for 3 or 4 years. And my deal would probably be a 3-year deal with a kicker, which would mean a 4-year deal. And I'd be locked in this industry and bound to it for 4 more years. Do I want to be locked in that space? And if I'm going to subject myself to that, what are you giving me? Because I guarantee you, if I get on the phone with Citadel, Cox, or a million different other companies, Cumulus, if I get on the phone with them, Beasley, I guarantee you they're going to throw a lot at me. Right? It's like changing your car insurance every once in a while. You end up paying a whole bunch more, because you've been loyal to these people. And you go, well, what the hell's going on here? I could go to somebody else and get a way better deal. I might go to another company and they'll say, okay, we'll flip the switch and put you on nationally. All right, we got 45 seconds. We're coming back right now. But no, long story short, I am not a big fan of like weird social interactions and all that stuff, but I have very little anxiety in those situations. If it goes well, then hey, we'll party on Monday. If it doesn't,
Are you okay with a basic free tax?
see you later.
Get the confidence of TurboTax with free Fed and state filing on Intuit Credit Karma.
Here we go.
30. When your money's on the line, are you okay with a basic free tax service? Get the confidence of TurboTax with free Fed and state filing on Intuit Credit Karma. Around 37% of filers qualify. Simple 1040s only. See details at turbotax.com/free.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
We're going to be with you here in the world's most viral newsroom. Forget the same 3 songs over and over and over again. Come join us. Have some fun each day. We'll talk about all the drama happening on planet Earth, my favorite television show. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Delbert emails the show. He's talking about the NASA discussion. And I said, I think this might be a really stupid question, but I'm not scared to ask it, even though I was a little scared to ask it. So the question is, if there was a big commercial flight, say like a Delta flight, and you got several hundred people on this flight, and they say, oh, if you folks look out the left side of the plane right now, you'll see the Artemis mission taking off and heading up into space further than any humans have gone before. I said, what if everybody on the right side of the plane went over to look at this on the left side of the plane? I said, would there be a problem? I think this is a dumb question, but I'm asking anyways. Delbert says, perfect center of gravity must be maintained in a commercial jet or military aircraft at all times. On large planes, there's a logical order on what fuel tanks to use first. There's also methods to transfer fuel from tank to tank to keep the plane balanced. The center of gravity would be greatly affected if all passengers went on one side or the other. Too much weight on one side of a large aircraft could cause it to crash, says Delbert. So he's saying it could even cause the damn thing to crash. Thank you for the email. Appreciate that. And keep them coming in. Tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com.
If that's the case, I wonder if the pilot even says anything. Like, would they call attention to it or maybe avoid it to encourage people not to
I've heard him say stuff like it before. I think you probably have too. Haven't you heard that? Like, I've heard him say before where they'll go, ladies and gentlemen, if you notice on the right side of the plane, you'll see the Grand Canyon as we pull into McCarran Airport here in Las Vegas. And everybody, whoa, I want to see the Grand Canyon. I've heard that kind of stuff before. So I've heard them do it, but maybe they're careful in some cases. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
Nailed it.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you want to tune in every Saturday morning, they're answering your questions live on the air, pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business, explaining that process to you because he wants you to know how it works. He wants you to make sure you got money back in your hands where it belongs, getting the best quote or at least getting the best deal. The numbers up and down, but he is always up and looking out for you. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was 30 years ago, 1996. This guy right here filed for bankruptcy.
MC Hammer.
That is correct. But they did, the IRS to be exact. It was on this day, I can't believe so much time has passed, that he filed for bankruptcy. They said protection from his creditors. He has assets of only, at the time, $1 million and debts totaling to at least $10 million. And this is the part where I feel so weird. I didn't realize he was just 32 then, like much younger than all of us right now.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think he's good to go. Hopefully not owing anything in taxes, but then again, tax day's coming up, so be sure to file your extension soon, people. And this may be on her bill next year, but good news. After a big scare with Megan Thee Stallion, she was in the middle of her Broadway show earlier this week when all of a sudden they stopped it. They were like, ladies and gentlemen, please stay seated, but this is the conclusion of the show, despite saying, like, please stay seated. Megan got rushed to the hospital. Damn. And they say her rep revealed she was suffering from extreme exhaustion as well as dehydration, vasoconstriction, and low metabolic levels, which is not a good cocktail of bad things. In an Instagram update, Megan called the incident a real wake-up call. I've been pushing myself past my limits lately, running on empty. My body finally said enough is enough. It honestly scared me. She took off the other Broadway shows for the week to recuperate, but plans to be back on stage tonight. So that's very exciting. We also have news on the Nintendo. On the front of this band.
Fleetwood Mac.
That is correct. And the former Fleetwood Mac member, Lindsey Buckingham, bit of a scare on Wednesday morning. An alleged stalking suspect stalked him all the way to an appointment in Santa Monica. Per NBC Los Angeles, the woman threw what is being described as an unknown substance at Buckingham before fleeing. According to law enforcement sources, he knew the woman from previous stalking incidents. Maybe go around with security. But
recognized her?
Yeah, he was not injured during the run-in. Police have reportedly identified the suspect. An arrest is expected soon. Any word on what she threw on him? Could you imagine if it was apple cider vinegar again?
My God.
The attacks. And now on the front of
Mario Brothers.
That is correct. And as far as Super Smash Bros., we are not getting a movie.
Oh. People really like that. I've never played it in my life, but people are very much into them.
Played a lot on N64, but I do believe they brought it back for, what was it, Switch, I imagine?
Is it, again, I'm going to sound ignorant. I have no idea what this is really, but I just have heard of it. Is it a fighting thing with Mario people or a racing thing? Or
multiplayer. So it's fighting, but you choose a character and then it's, I don't know.
So I might choose like Bowser or something and then I fight like Mario.
Mario, okay. Any, what's the pink one that kind of blows up?
Kirby.
Oh, cool.
A lot of characters.
Named after Nintendo's lawyer.
What?
That's what they named Kirby after.
That's fun. Nintendo boss Shigeru Miyamoto has seemingly shut down all the rumors of a Super Smash Bros. Movie, which, I mean, come on.
That guy has got to be 90-something by now,
that would be such a moneymaker.
Buddy, I have a full power outage going on. I don't know if you can hear me right now.
We can hear you.
We can hear you, but
can you?
We can only see a banana.
All we see is the dancing banana.
Can you see me?
Something may have happened outside the studio.
Oh no! All right. Well, can you hear us? I
can hear you for now. No, go ahead. Yeah, continue. I'm just telling you, if you don't hear from me, that means I'm out of commission.
Yeah. You're kind of scaring me, but that banana was ridiculous.
Yeah, go. All I'm telling you, I'm in the dark right now in the studio. All the power
no
is
lights.
Out. I have nothing. The power is completely out in the studio.
Hot damn. Well, we can hear you. And I'll tell you that Super Smash Bros. Movie is not happening. And maybe that was the the curse that shut off Sean's power. We also, after failing to sell 1,000 copies of his new single at $200 a pop, we have the former guitarist of this group right here trying again.
Kiss.
Kiss is right. Familiar with...
I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy cow, that was weird.
All right, so don't say Super Smash Bros. Movie. Do say Vinnie Vincent, because he's back with a new offer. If you want to buy the entire album, it could be yours for $2 million.
Wow.
By the album?
That's going to sell
Like the
out
rights
quick.
to it?
Mm-hmm. He unveiled an unconventional plan to release his long-awaited new album, Guitarmageddon. He would pre-sell one song at a time for $200 a person. That did not go well. There was just one person who bought one song. And so now he said, you know what? How about you get the whole album for $2 million? That's it. Out the door. No word on
I'll
that
pass.
sale yet. Yeah, same. But best of luck with Guitarmageddon. Absolutely no money. Am I right? Wow. Better Than Ezra. This group right here. Better Than Ezra is right.
Yeah.
They now have a new contest for fans, and they're inviting them to use AI to write a new song for the band.
Oh, people don't even like that.
But of all the ideas, like, what did we do? Put them. AI music platform Soundbreak, and he has announced the contest and its details on social media. So use my new AI platform, and we may play it in a concert at SeaWorld in the near future.
Smart for them.
Do you think anyone's going to
Sure.
get in on it?
Yeah.
It sounds like you were about to get in on it.
I've never used Soundbreak.
Teddy Swims, by the way, huge fan of AI. So
Really?
someone's on board at the very least. On the boob tube. Sean, power? Yes?
Yeah,
Banana?
I think I'm good. I have no. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, you were doing that to me now. Got him. That was a fake one, but the other one was real.
NBA, we got Pistons, Timberwolves, Thunder, and Lakers. Good luck, have fun. Scrabble on CW, series premiere of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island on Bravo. Second season premiere of The Bad Guys Breaking In on Netflix. And of course, you can catch Jack Black on Fallon. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
And now I'm feeling so weird in here. It's like,
Same.
you know how I feel. You know when a hurricane goes through, and after a hurricane, your power is out, and then it goes on, but it keeps going on and off, on and off, on and off, and so you get like real power anxiety. I'm kind of in that moment right now because everything went off. Oh, stop doing that. The fake one is not funny. Stop doing it because I have to look around and there's only certain things that I don't have on backup. So I have to go like, all right, what thing is on that? And I've noticed that there's a couple of things I can look at, but geez, that freaked me out. All right, we're still going. iHeart Suits clearly taking to extreme measures. The iHeart Suits are outside trying to cut lines. They're live chopping lines down in here. You can't stop the train from moving down the tracks, baby, right now. I still got 88 days to run my mouth, and so I intend to do so. And when we come back, I intend to try not to lose at Fritz on the Street. Now is when you try to get our attention. And if you do, well, maybe we'll fight for you. Yeah, I'm going to fight for somebody. Sealand's going to fight for somebody. Sabrina's going to fight for somebody. The only one who doesn't fight for anybody is Fritz because he's hosting the game, and we'll see what happens. Try to get our attention, and we'll see who the winner is real soon. Fritz on the Street coming up next on the News Junkie.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
That was weird. Hello. Skull mic activated. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello? Yes? We see you? You hear? Okay, good. All right, I've got to go venture out here and see what's going on. All I know is I heard a bunch of very loud noises, and then I lost power for like 3 minutes-ish. What the hell happened? Is it still raining? I mean, I wonder why we would have a power outage. I heard it pouring, but that seemed like a little bit easy to.
I was talking to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I have to let you go because the power just went out of the phone started shut.
I mean, I guess the only thing we have to fix is the oven timer. Hey, I never had that happen during the show. That was a pretty good test. I think I might have had like maybe 15 minutes.
The lights still on?
These are off, all of them. There was one over here. These blue lights were on. These ones, not these. This was still on. All of this was. I think all the cameras and everything were still on. But if it would have gone like 15 minutes, it would have been. I think it would have dropped out. I would have probably lost certain things. That's crazy. You okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, take something. Oh, okay. Well, good luck. Good luck and Godspeed.
My sister got pregnant.
She did? Oh, no.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should.
Folks, how are we? I gotta tell you, I'm gonna look at the security footage just to see if there's some penguin-suited iHeart execs out there kicking transformers in the neighborhood. All right, who am I playing for? Fritz on the street. Dan says he does seem pretty genuine about it. You mean the power outage? That was 1,000,000,000% real. Yeah, are some of you guessing whether the power outage was fake? It wasn't. It was 1,000,000,000% real. Like, if I wanted to fake it, I could go, yeah, I mean, I hope I don't get another power outage during the show. That would just be, oh my God. But that's not what happened. There was a legit power outage. My backup generator in here was beeping, and it was a whole thing. Oh, the contract thing? No, that's as real as the power outage. It's all real. Yeah, I mean, like when I've been talking about this contract stuff, I say here are the most honest things I can tell you about it. Number one, I have 88 days left on my contract. Not 88 shows, 88 days left on my contract. Number two, iHeart contracts are usually made when there is 1 year left. 1 year, 1 calendar year left. That's when they make the next deal. I have 88 days. Those are facts, indisputable facts in this equation. I didn't approach them at all during that time to have any discussions. iHeart was heavy on trying to get me. And then I sat down with the suits and I said, if I'm going to make this work, if we're going to keep going, because there are two paths. One is go on my own and do another thing. And two is keep going and still be able to kind of do my own thing, but utilize it within iHeart's structure and infrastructure. And I said, I want all of these things. And I haven't heard anything back. There is a meeting that I wasn't expecting tomorrow after the show. Tomorrow after the show, there's a meeting. And if that goes good, then I'll just tell you we got a deal. If that doesn't go good, see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile, you won't have me to kick around here no mo. You must pay him $1 million? Why are you lowballing me? What are you doing? Why are you lowballing me? I gotta pick somebody. Generator backs up the whole house. UPS, bridges. Bridge and gap in the studio. I already have bridges. I have a backup on this entire section. I have a backup on this entire wall over here, basically. I have a backup over here, and the control tower right here, the control tower that runs the whole studio, has a massive rack mount, 2U space rack mount backup. Otherwise, it would immediately cut off. It would have immediately cut off, and then I wouldn't have been able to connect. But I've never really run that out. I do think maybe I would have 15 minutes. Crazy. All right, we're coming back. Fritz on the street, baby.
You know, I think the reality is the genie's out of the bottle.
Listen to Mostly Human on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mostly Human and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty, that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world. This is the news.
Love for Radio is coming up with you, Simone. If you've never heard Fritz on the Street, if you've never played Fritz on the Street, buckle up, get ready to go. You're going to have some fun here just moments away on the show. Fritz on the Street is here for us, and that means it's time for us to pick somebody to fight for in the studios here as we get ready for the game. And if we win, you win. That's the way it works. You try to get our attention on chat, on email, on Instagram, or whatever. Maybe by cutting the power out at my studio. That was a very aggressive and brave move on somebody's part. But you try to get our attention some way, and then we pick you and we fight for you in Fritz on the Street. Fritz, I have chosen Craig from Colorado, who gifted 10 subs to Secret Shows earlier. I'm going to fight for him. Craig, thank you for that again. And Craig from Colorado, I'll do my best. I'm probably not going to win, but here goes nothing. What about you, Sabrina?
From the texting service, a Vendosora.
A Vendosora texting. And what about you, C-Lane?
I also chose from the texting service Trevor. Trevor I'm playing for.
All right, we got Trevor, Craig, a Vendosora. We're buckled up. We're ready to go. Fritz, what about you? Are you ready to go?
You know it, my man.
All right, let's do Fritz on the Streets.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Sean. Hello, Sabrina.
Hey,
Fritzy.
Hello, Fritz on the Street, sponsored by That Mortgage Guy Don and Home Loans Radio. Each Saturday, you can listen to Home Loans Radio, 9 to 10:30 a.m. on Real Radio 104.1. If you have a burning question about buying a house, reconsolidating, refinancing, you just text it in, and That Mortgage Guy Don will answer it live on the air. Sabrina, I heard your live read driving in, and the rates do go up and down, but Don is always down to look up for you.
There you go.
That was a great line.
Trademark.
Remember that.
ThatMortgageGuyDon.com and HomeLoansRadio.com.
He's waiting for a jingle.
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Don't miss the boat, compare your
There we go.
with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
In first place on Fritz on the Street with 79 points, we have Mr. Christopher Lane. In second place with 66 points, we have Miss Sabrina Ambra. And in third place with 60 points, we have Mr. Sean Wasson. Now, Fritz on the Street is where I go to the pub, so you don't have to, and I ask at least 8 people 4 current event and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. Your mission, should you choose to accept, is to chime in for that bonus point, and then guess how out of 8 answers how many got it right.
How was the crowd at Cavo's on Tuesday night?
Hey, thank you for asking. It was good. We had 10 teams, because I was off the previous week because of the stomach thing going around. And it was good.
I heard a lot of people are struggling with that.
Oh, it's not fun. But yeah, got through it, and I have 8 questions for you, and 8 answers. Is everyone in?
Yes.
All right, without further ado. Last week, which director of the FBI was hacked by Iranian... Sealand.
Patel.
Patel is correct. Damn. Full question. Last week, which director of the FBI was hacked by Iranians who then exposed his porn account? Sealand, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Cash Patel?
I'm going to go with 6.
6. Spider Cash.
7.
7 for Sabrina.
5.
And 5 for Sean. Question number 1 with answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone's picking up 2 points. Right on the money. Last week, which director of the FBI was hacked by Iranians who then exposed his porn account?
I don't remember. I'm not following. I'm not paying attention to the news. Cash Patel.
Cash Patel?
Patel.
Is it Cash Patel? In real life, right? In D.C.? I know. That's really sad. Is it Cash Patel?
Patel.
That would be 6. So Sealand's hitting a 3-pointer to start the game. And Sean and Sabrina with a guess of 5 and 7, each picking up 1 point. Moving on now to question number 2. Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield are characters in which video game franchise?
Oh.
One more time?
Yeah.
Leon Kennedy?
Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield are characters in which video game franchise? Sabrina.
Fallout.
That is incorrect.
Sean. Tomb Raider?
That is incorrect.
Sealand. The Last of Us?
That would be Resident Evil.
Oh.
Sealand, you got question number 1 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Resident Evil?
4.
There's a new game out.
Oh, is there?
No,
That
yeah,
actually
apparently
changed
it's
my
great.
mind. All right. So Sealand said 4.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say 2, but since there's a new game out, I'm going to say 3.
3 for Sean.
5.
And 5 for Sabrina. Question 2 with answers of 3, 4, and 5.
Ding, 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 ding.
Do we have many gamers? That's the question. Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield are characters in which video game franchise?
Resident Evil. I have no idea.
Is it Red Dead Redemption?
No freaking clue.
Pokemon. Resident Evil Requiem.
Whoa!
GTA.
Resident Evil.
That would be 3. So Sean is picking up 2 points on that one. And Sealand with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point. Yeah, the new game is Resident Evil Requiem. Question 3 now. Recently, 4 masked men stole millions. Sabrina.
That was in Italy.
That is correct. Nicely done, Sabrina. Full question. Recently, 4 masked men stole millions in valuable paintings from a rural museum in which European country? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said boppity boopity?
5.
5.
I like how in Italy, in like rural areas, they still have museums with $1 million paintings out there.
Yeah.
If you go to rural areas in the United States, we have like the largest ball of twine or something, and they've still got the good stuff. I'm going to say 2.
2 for Sean.
3.
And 3 for Sealand. Question 3 with answers of 2, 3, and 5.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their art heists? Recently, 4 masked men stole millions in valuable paintings from a rural museum in which European country?
England. European country. The Netherlands.
Italy.
Italy.
Is it France?
Spain.
That would be 3. So, Sealand, you are picking up 2 points on that one. And Sean, with a guess of 2, picking up 1 point. Question 4 now is up next. After question 4, I will tell you who is leading so far on the day. That's the halfway point. Question number 4. It goes like this. The Greek god Pan was half man and half what? Sabrina.
Pan. He was half fish.
That is incorrect. Sean.
Woman.
That is incorrect.
Sealand. Horse.
That would be a goat. A goat. Sabrina, you got question 3, right? We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said goat?
2.
2.
Thought it was like a pansexual thing.
1 for Sealand.
I get it. It's a good guess then.
You're thinking of hermaphrodite.
Okay. All right. 3.
And 3 for Sean. Question 4 with answers of 1, 2, and 3. The Greek god Pan was half man and half what?
Horse?
Goat.
Horse?
Goat.
Goat. Goat.
Lion. Goat.
Wow.
That would be 5, so no points awarded. So through 4 with 4 remaining. In first place with 6 points, we have C-Lane/Trevor. In second place with 4 points, Sean/Craig. And in third place with 2 points, Sabrina/Avendasora. So moving on.
Anyone's game.
Moving on to question 5. 6, 4, and 2. Question 5. Over the weekend, American golfer Tiger Woods was... C-Lane.
Oh, this could be anything.
I know. There's too many
Could
options
be
right
anything.
now. You don't know if it's about like where it happened, what happened, the amount of times it's happened.
4th car accident, DUI, Jupiter, Florida.
Can't.
Jupiter, Florida.
You of all people shouldn't say that I can't do that.
I could say whatever I want.
Jupiter, Florida is correct. Over the weekend, American golfer Tiger Woods was arrested for a DUI after crashing his car on which Florida island? Jupiter Island is correct.
Damn it.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Jupiter?
6.
6.
7.
7 for Sabrina.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 5 with answers of 6 and 7. Over the weekend, American golfer Tiger Woods was arrested for a DUI after crashing his car on which Florida island?
Key Biscayne.
Don't know.
Amelia?
Jupiter Island.
Jupiter Island.
Jupiter.
I'm going to say Marco. I know that's wrong. I'm sorry.
Juniper, right? Jupiter. Yeah, Jupiter. I knew that.
That would be 4.
Together, those girls are super smart.
Yeah, that's a mother and daughter combo.
They're together. The mom and daughter are really like they convince each other, and then they come up with the right answer a lot.
No points awarded on that one. The answer was 4. 3 questions now remain. Question 6. What U.S. city is located across the Columbia River from the city of Vancouver, Washington? Sabrina.
Potomac.
That is incorrect.
Oh, that's the river name. Damn it.
No, it's not. Columbia is.
No, I know. Potomac, though. Potomac River is what I... Anyone else?
Why are you bringing up another river?
Guys, it just came out of my... What are we doing here? Go on. Do your guesses.
Sean.
Christ.
Washington State.
Washington
C-Lane.
State is incorrect. C-Lane.
The city of Washington State. C-Lane, Buffalo.
No!
Buffalo is incorrect.
We blabbed too much. I forgot it was asking about a city.
That would be Portland, Oregon.
Oh, it's close
Portland
anyway.
is across from Vancouver, Washington. C-Lane, you got question 5 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Portland?
Oh, 3.
3.
What a cluster F of a question and answer that was. I think the people are going to be more organized, and I think the people are going to...
Are they going to be Portland organized?
Yes, they're going to get 5 of them. 5. He laughed at my answer.
No, he was laughing at my terrible pun.
It was a good pun. I love puns.
Okay, good. Makes me feel a little bit better about my answer.
4.
And 4 for Sabrina. Question 6 with answers of 3, 4, and 5.
Ding, 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 ding.
The drought is over. Let's see who gets it. What U.S. city is located across the Columbia River from the city of Vancouver, Washington?
Richmond.
Seattle. Seattle.
Portland.
Portland. Seattle.
Seattle, Washington. Portland.
That would be 3. So C-Lane's picking up 2 points on that one. And Sabrina with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point. Question 7 now is up. And Adam, question 7. On Tuesday, the U.S. Army suspended an Apache helicopter. Sean?
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock is correct.
Yes.
On Tuesday, the U.S. Army suspended an Apache helicopter crew after viral video showed the craft hovering next to which musician's house. That lasted for all of, 2 hours? Mm-hmm. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Kid Rock?
6.
6.
7.
7 for C-Lane.
8.
And 8 for Sabrina. Question 7 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
It was kind of a big story. Who knows it? On Tuesday, the U.S. Army suspended an Apache helicopter crew after viral video showed the craft hovering next to which musician's house?
Oh, Kid Rock.
Was it Kid Rock?
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Oh, Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
That would be 8. So Sabrina's picking up 2 points on that one. And C-Lane with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point. One question remaining now. But before we do, let's take a look at the scoreboard. In first place with 10 points, C-Lane/Trevor. Then we have a tie for second and third place, 5 points each for Sabrina/Avendasora and Sean/Craig. So 10, 5, and 5. Question 8 goes like this. Brazzaville is the capital of which African country?
Brazzaville.
C-Lane. Chad.
That is incorrect.
I'll get that question again, Slow.
Brazzaville with 2 Z's. Brazzaville is the capital of which African country? It's a cool capital name.
Sabrina.
Ethiopia. That is incorrect.
All right.
Sean. Zambia.
That would be Congo.
Oh, I was thinking the Congo.
Democratic Republic of Congo. Sean, you got question 7 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Congo?
1.
3.
3 for Sabrina.
0.
And a goose egg for C-Lane. Question 8 with answers of 0, 1, and 3. Brazzaville is the capital of which African country?
What are you saying, damn it, for?
Mali.
Kenya.
Congo.
Congo. Hold on. I know this one. Maybe I don't know this. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know. Pass.
Congo.
That's correct.
I don't know all my African countries. Cameroon.
That would be 2. So Sean and Sabrina with a guess of 1 and 3, picking up 1 point each. And that means in first place, winning on the day with 10 points, C-Lane/Trevor. Congratulations, Trevor. Then we have a second place, tie rather, for second and third place, 6 points each, Sabrina/Avendasora and Sean/Craig. That means in first place and still leading on Fritz on the Street with 89 points, Mr. Christopher Lane. In second place with 72 points, Sabrina Umbra. And in third place with 66 points, Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz!
Thank you, Fritzy.
There he is, Fritz, with another great Fritz on the Street. And congratulations to our winner, Trevor. Trevor, email me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Folks, make the right decision. When you are sitting there wondering what you should do, Fritz's Funhouse Trivia is the correct answer every time, every single time. Doesn't matter if the power is out or not out or the rain is coming down. Go hang out with Fritz and have some amazing times and maybe even be part of a Fritz on the Street right here on the show.
Just make sure it's a
Fritz.
Tuesday night because, you might be on a Wednesday night going, you know what, I'm going to go do Fritz's fun.
No, Sean said it's the right decision every time.
It's the right decision even if he's not there. Just wait. If you show up on a Wednesday, get a little tent ready. Cabos is probably going to be weirded out.
Get a couple cheese sticks.
Yeah, they have food, yeah.
I mean, the cheese sticks are good.
They got turlets and food. You're fine.
Your time will be well spent. It's just there are some other issues. But Tuesdays, go hang out with Fritz over there. Thank you, Fritz. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. When we come back. Oh, just coming across, by the way, Pam Bondi has been fired.
Bye.
Saw that.
Bye, Felicia.
How? The Dow is at 50,000 points. How can we fire her? What's going on here? We're going to find out together. Pam Bondi fired, and
Gonna find out, Jules.
The Dow's at 46,429 because we're bleeding. We're in the red right now. We'll see if there's any other drama behind that we need to know. Also, there was a message to the nation last night, and I have an update. Wasn't expecting this. The judge that started yelling at that IT guy. Oh, man, there's some twists and turns in this one. I have an update on the judge that was yelling at the IT guy. I'll tell you what's going down. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Part of the solution and part of the problem.
Hello. Breaking news. Breaking news. Pam Bondi. Oh, hey. Hey, what happened? Did you get lost? Hey. You okay? I can't wake the camera up. Oh boy. You can't get into that many too at all, huh?
Warehouse of Orlando. Examine.
Because now the camera froze.
Up to 65%. Take up to
No big deal.
$1,000 off. Plus get a free adjustable
But
base
I
for
just want to fix it after the show.
mattresses. Hurry. Click.
So your what you call it, the OBS bot won't move around?
Yeah, it's locked in. It'll be fun. Folks, hang on. Hi. I'm going to have to do it like this. We good? What if I... Hang on. Stand by. Okay. Are you going to follow me or no? You're not going to follow me, right? Oh. Hey. You're locking in? Oh. Are you going to follow me or no? You're not going to follow me. Can you guys see me right now? Give me a yes if you can see me and hear me, all right? Give me a yes, chat. Yes? No? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. See? Yes, you can? Okay. The camera's not going to follow me for right now, but we'll be okay. We'll have to deal with that. A couple of minor issues. However, Pam Bondi has been fired. Although it looks like now when you get fired, they just say you're being transitioned. Because the official news is Pam Bondi will step down as Attorney General, transitioning to another role within the administration. Bondi will be replaced by Todd Blanche in the interim. Oh, here we go. Trump says, Pam Bondi is a great American patriot and loyal friend who faithfully served as my Attorney General over the past year. Pam did a tremendous job overseeing a massive crackdown in crime across our country, with murders plummeting to their lowest level since 1900. We love Pam, and she will be transitioning to a much-needed and important new job in the private sector. Oh, so a private sector job. She's going out of the government. To be announced at a date in the near future. And our Attorney Deputy General and a very talented and respected legal mind, Todd Blanche, will step in to serve as an acting Attorney General. Thank you for your attention to this matter. 90 seconds and we're back live. Cameraman is not going to get fired. This is not his fault. It's another minor issue, but we're going to be okay. It's just now if I walk around, it doesn't follow me. 1 minute and we're back. The Dow will never recover? Rubbish. The Dow will be fine. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. All right, we got some stuff to get into here, and your feedback is among those things. So while the camera will stay still, I will slink away back into my seat, and we'll get rolling with the next segment. Stand by, everybody.
Live with the pain? Let We Paint Everything handle it. Call Raphael at 407-657-2000 or online at wepainteverything.com.
10-10 shots fired, City Hall building.
How could this have happened in City Hall? Somebody tell me that.
A shocking public murder.
This was one of the most dramatic events that really ever happened in New York City politics.
I scream, get down, those are shots.
A tragedy that's now forgotten. And a mystery
that may or may not have been political. That may have been about sex.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Rorschach, Murder at City Hall, and listen now.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
Thanks for hanging out with us. And you can learn more about the show, get the podcast, all of that good stuff. Find the links to all the social media profiles at thenewsjunkie.com. I want to tell you, for real, I have fun doing this show every single day. It is a fun thing to do. I'm enjoying myself. And if I get to do it for 88 more days, I'm going to enjoy every single second of it. So thank you for all the emails that have come in. By the way, thank you for all the emails that came in yesterday about Game of Magnets. I said I want to reboot Game of Magnets and start launching it into some new areas. And I got just a boatload of emails. I mean, a lot of emails. So what I'm going to have to do is at some point this weekend, sift through those. And I'm going to select a few of you and I'll respond and I'll set you up with some magnets to spread them around in some of the areas where they haven't seen as many of these News Junkie magnets.
I really can't believe you got so many emails when you were just offering up stacks of free magnets. It blows me away.
Well, these people are taking it, at least alleging, C-Lane, that they're going to be spreading these out to places. Like somebody said, hey, my pitch is I'm about to go to this massive music festival. And I said, okay, that's interesting. Yeah. It's the one, Welcome to Rockville. When's that? When is that? It's coming up before too long, I think. Let's see.
A handful of weeks.
Welcome to Rockville is coming up on May 7th. So it's about a month from now. Somebody said, I'll be out there. That's a good pitch. Anybody who's going to new areas where we have affiliates and they definitely don't have a lot of magnets, people who are in Vero Beach would be attractive. People who are in West Palm Beach, maybe. There are a bunch down there. People who bought
You don't think the people in West Palm Beach are attractive?
I think they're beautiful. They are beautiful people, legitimately. But I think that there already is, because there's merch, some of the magnets in the West Palm Beach area. Because I see all the labels when I'm shipping these out and Courtney's packaging stuff together. But, yeah, thanks for those emails. I'll find the folks who would be the best sources to disperse these, and then I'll follow up here real soon. I wanted to share this real quick. Let's see if I think there was a video on this that just kind of shocked the hell out of me. And it was about, if you've seen the television show Bob's Burgers, the actor who is one of the voices for Bob's Burgers, Eugene Merman, who I think plays Gene.
He does.
I think Eugene plays the voice of Gene in Bob's Burgers. He got into a horrific car crash. It just so happened that where this happened in New Hampshire, the governor's people were nearby, and some state trooper that was assigned to the governor was nearby and was able to help him. And the story says from the Associated Press, Bob's Burgers voice actor and comedian Eugene Merman suffered serious injuries after crashing his car into a toll plaza and being pulled from the fiery wreckage by a state trooper assigned to protect the governor of New Hampshire. And the footage that I see, I don't know if this person's going to curse or not. So, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I don't even think there's no audio rolling with this. So the footage. Oh, my
God. Look at that.
The car smashed into the toll area, and it appears the car is pinned in between. So imagine you're on a toll road. You've done this many, many times in your life. And the toll road has each of the little aisles that you can pull down, and there's a little toll booth. And it was going down one of those, and he's in the middle of it right by the toll booth. This car is destroyed and completely in flames. The guy from Bob's Burgers was stuck in the car. The voice of Gene from Bob's Burgers was stuck in the car. And somehow they were able to rescue this guy and pull him out of here. I don't know why he ended up hitting this toll booth.
Flames are insane.
It's wild. I mean, thank God he's not in it at this moment, because he would be absolutely dead. But it's very, very bad. Happened just before noon on Tuesday of this week when a northbound electric vehicle struck the toll plaza and caught fire, the police said. The trooper and two others.
That's an electric vehicle on fire?
Yeah. That's what they said.
Oh, damn.
So it's that weird lithium or whatever kind of battery they use that's you can't just put out with water, right?
Yeah, but why is it on fire to begin with? Why did this thing crash? What happened to him? I have so many questions. Eugene was in a very scary car accident, his agent said. He wants to thank the bystanders, state police, first responders, and hospital staff who saved him. He's grateful to be on the mend. That means he's recovering. At this time, we kindly ask for privacy for him and his family. They call the actions of the rescuers heroic. Well, that's all well and good, but what the hell happened here? The driver was Eugene or Yevgeny Mirman, which is his real name, 51 years old. He was born in Moscow, grew up in Massachusetts, and is known for voicing musical middle child Gene Belcher in more than 300 episodes of the animated comedy Bob's Burgers. Also, he's in Flight of the Conchords, Delocated, and Archer. So, gosh, that looks like it could have been really, really bad.
It was also in My Butt Has a Fever.
I'll put the video of this up on See It Now. That's over on thenewsjunkie.com. When there's something that has a visual element, I want you to see it. And this one, you got to see. Bob's Burgers guy. Damn, you're lucky to be alive after this accident. People reacting to this very shocked over on the chat side of things. And I want to know more about what caused this. I don't know if any of the stories mention it, but certainly not the ones that I've seen. Bob's Burgers star car accident. All right, now it's up over on See It Now. That's located on thenewsjunkie.com. Hit the menu, hit See It Now, and presto bango, just like that, you'll see the thing that we're talking about. It's up on that section, just like all the other visual elements of the show will be. As long as I can remember to put them up, they'll be up just like this. Look for Bob's Burgers car accident, and you'll see what I'm talking about. There goes that. I got to the judge thing. In fact, we might be able to do that in just a moment here. There's a lot on Artemis 2, but there's no really crazy updates as of right now. It looks like things are going fairly well within the last 12 or so hours for these astronauts. So that's actually very good news. I'm excited about that. That's
you
really
think they got
news.
like a good first night of sleep in space?
I hope so. With the toilet breaking, I think things might have been a little bit tense there, but the toilet is up and running, and they're hopefully good to go on that front.
At this point, they're still going around the Earth, right? Because then they kind of like slingshot themselves to the moon.
Oh, shoot. I wish I wouldn't have shut that down because the visual that I saw, here it is, right here, I think. Yeah. The visual of what this thing is actually going to do is so crazy. They leave the Earth, they loop around the Earth, and then slingshot themselves around the moon, which is way down here. And then they loop around the moon, it looks like just once, and then way back all the way to Earth to land. And the math that it must have taken to pull this off is just absolutely nuts to me. But yeah, they're out there floating around, doing the loop-de-loop. And then I think they said within 5 days from right now, they'll be going around the moon. So 5 days from right now, they will be going around the moon. And then within 10 days, the mission will be over and they should be back here on Earth. I mentioned before the break that Pam Bondi has been fired. However, it's kind of weird because nobody gets fired anymore. They just end up doing something else. And in this case, let me see how they pitched this over on Fox. It was like she's getting a new job in the private sector or something. And
she's not going to go to the Shield of the Americas?
No. The other one was like, hey, this person is getting the boot. And then they said, no, there's a special new job for them. And it's a job you never heard of before. Seems a little made up. And you go, well, this person got fired. You just didn't want to say it. This is Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, the Dow's at 50,000 lady out.
Kaylee, I just got off the phone with President Trump. We have a big scoop. Pam Bondi will soon leave her job as the Attorney General.
Good for you, Ducey.
She is going to get a different job within the administration. It doesn't sound like there is any bad blood between her and President Trump, but it does seem like they want her to go and do something else. And in an interim role, she will be replaced by Todd Blanche, who is currently her deputy at the Justice Department.
All right, so he said that she's going to a different role in government. That's a little confusing because when I saw the president post about this, he said, Pam Bondi is a great American patriot, all caps, and a loyal friend who faithfully served as my attorney general over the past year. She did a tremendous job overseeing a massive crackdown in crime across our country, with murders plummeting to their lowest level since 1900. We love Pam, and here's the point. She will be transitioning to a much-needed and important new job, but this says in the private sector. This one says in the private sector from Trump, to be announced at a date in the near future. But seems like a firing to me. Seems like she got the boot. And she's headed off to a job. Well, it's acting attorney general. Todd Blanche is the guy who's going to be stepping in, at least for right now. The last thing on that front, and then we'll take a break and we'll get back with jury duty. which will have the update on the judge versus the IT guy, and 2 other crazy stories. One, an update on the quadruple amputee cornhole champion that you didn't even ask for, but I have for you anyway, and the Tiger Woods case, an update on that. But while we're working through this, let's keep moving. Another non-airplane story, Sealand, just for the record, in case you're writing that down somewhere. The person who, I guess, ratted out Kristi Noem's husband for that whole controversy has come forward. I don't know what parts of the story. That's not a good idea. I don't know what parts of the story are true. It's even worse idea than you think. Wait for the detail here. I don't know what parts of the story are true or not, but it's so out there. The allegation is that Kristi Noem's husband has an obsession with something called bimboification. Bimboification. And bimboification is when you want to dress up like a woman, but like a slutty woman, and pretend you're a bimbo while people online that you pay shame you for doing this.
Sounds like a submissive kind of particular kink. No?
It's quite a thing. I had not heard of this before, but bimboification is, I guess, what this dude was into. And he took all these photographs with like big boobs on and stuff. And I guess now we're kink shaming. We're back in the gear of kink shaming because that's what's happening with this guy. And the person behind this says, okay, here's the twist I was talking about, Sealand. The person behind this says they were paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to do this kink shaming, but they're an illegal immigrant sex worker who's in this country illegally, and they wanted to rat this guy out. All right? I know that sounds all complicated, but and is this maybe is supposed to be a photo of the sex worker? That you're really outing yourself if you're in the country illegally, ma'am. I don't know if this is a good idea for you, but it seems like
Stop
that's what's
molesting
happening.
her with your cursor.
I'm pointing out to people which one she is. She's the lady in the middle who, looks the most like a sex worker out of the 3 folks, since Kristi Noem's husband doesn't have boobs on in this case. But it says a fetish cam girl who says she was paid $5,000 over the past 2 years to dominate Kristi Noem's husband while he wore big false boobs has told the Daily Beast there's no way in hell that she did not know. It's a very, very strange story. It continues to unfold here in public. Sucks for the kids, I'll say that. Him, I don't care about him. He's, degenerate weirdo and engaging in a bunch of bizarre stuff here. So it's coming back on you. You want to pay an illegal sex worker $5,000 to shame you for wearing fake inflatable boobs?
Does he know she's illegal?
And making a kissy face and just wearing this weirdo outfit? Don't be surprised when that comes back on you, dude. This is the same thing happened to Glenn Greenwald, that weirdo-ass journalist who was busted because he was into shaming, and he paid this guy to humiliate him, and he was engaging in findom with this guy, meaning that this dude would have Glenn Greenwald, the journalist, send him tens of thousands of dollars on PayPal, and then he would send photos of himself like in some sexual situation, and then the guy leaked all this stuff. Bro, I don't want anybody leaking your stuff, but if that's the kind of stuff you're engaging in, you shouldn't be super shocked when it leaks out at some point in time. I wouldn't be. If I feel so much more for somebody who's in a relationship and there's like revenge porn going on. That's horrific. That's a totally different thing. But if you're engaging in this sort of degenerate nonsense and then it comes back to bite you in the ass, I don't know.
Dude.
Shocker. I'm so stunned.
Do you still have that story up?
Yeah, I can bring it up. Hold on.
From the Daily Beast, when you scroll down a bit, they have the screenshot from the Daily Mail. So I don't know if the Beast did this or if this was from the Daily Mail, but they show Brian Noem with the balloons in and all that.
Okay. This is the sex worker still.
Yeah, she's dressed as like Dorothy. And then this, and look, ready? They blurred his fake nipples out. The nipples that were created by the balloon knot.
They were not even in the right places.
They're the ones that were, facing 2 different directions.
They're being real careful here.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
What a weird year.
I think this absolutely sucks I feel like a legitimately feel for family members. But if you are engaging in degenerate behavior, if you're doing stuff like this and you're paying people to shame you and you're sending them photographs and you don't know who the hell they are, and then that ends up leaking because you're related to somebody who's a prominent figure, there's nobody really to blame except for yourself.
Yeah.
You should.
That's why I'm going to
better.
blame Ashley when she gets, wrapped up in stuff like this because she's related to a prominent figure.
Yeah, right. That's how it's going to happen. That's how it's going to happen. C-Lane's fetishes will be safely locked behind closed doors for now. But just so you know, it's very similar to Glenn Greenwald.
Oh.
He's
I do love a good side boob.
Yeah, he sends PayPal to randos and he likes to be financially dominated, similar to this, but super weird.
That's not a kink. That's just my marriage.
It does end up that way sometimes. Quick break. When we come back, we're getting into jury duty. I've got the judge versus the IT guy, the tech dude, and the whole battle. If you didn't hear that, I'll replay the clip of this drama in the courtroom. Now there's another layer to this. A quadruple amputee cornhole murderer. That update is coming up. And the Tiger Woods story, all in jury duty. And that's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI is great at math. We're great at bad decisions. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
The Magic had a rough night at home, buried by Atlanta, 130-101. The Magic fall to 40-36 on the season and visit Dallas tomorrow. The UFL's Orlando Storm, after their season-opening win on Sunday, getting ready for Week 2. They'll be home again against Louisville Saturday night. Florida's Major League Baseball team split yesterday. The Marlins buried the White Sox 10-0. Sandy Alcantara, the shutout. The Rays lost in Milwaukee. I'm Matt McCoy.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Listen up. If you have an existing SBA loan that's a small business administration loan with a rate of 9% or more, then you are in luck. All thanks to that mortgage guy, Don. He also does commercial and SBA loans, and that mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. So don't leave money on the table. Let that mortgage guy, Don, help you get the money off the table and back in your business hands where it belongs. You want to buy a business or a franchise? That mortgage guy, Don, has your back and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. Get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Well, behind the scenes, we're going to be back in just a couple of minutes. This camera normally follows me, but right now it doesn't. Why do I feel like Sean just alienated at least half of his listeners? The percentage of the audience that's into like financial domination or dressing up like women and pretending to be women and having somebody shame you, I have maybe one person. There's more people who dress up like women, but to dress up like women and want to be dominated in some weird way. I'm just being real. Like there's such things that are high risk. So if you engage in high risk behavior, I feel less bad when you get the outcome that should have been foreseen. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What do you think, chat? Kristi Noem's husband does all this stuff and the photos leak. Don't you feel like a little less like he's a victim considering what he was engaging in? I feel a little bit less like the person's a victim. It still sucks. I still don't wish it on his kids. But play stupid games, etc., etc. I do not get the findom thing at all. Either do I. I mean, the Glenn Greenwald thing was like, Jesus, like, you guys. He needs help? What does the kids have to do with any of this? Are you serious? What does the kids have to do with any of this? You're not being serious. Isn't she banging her top 8? I don't know. There was rumors all over the place. But who knows if any of that stuff is true? Who knows? If part of his kink was being humiliated, isn't this just doing the job a lot better and for free? That's actually true. Yes. Right now he's getting off so hard. Right now he's like, ugh! Like, you know the meme in South Park where Randy doesn't have internet access and so he can't find adult content online? And then finally he gets a little bit of internet. And then they go in and they see Randy and he's like, it was a ghost! That's what Christy Noem's husband looks like right now. Oh, God! His kids were probably getting bullied already just due to who their parents are. I wouldn't be surprised. If your parents are political, specifically, because let's just be real here, if your parents are prominent Republicans tied to Trump, you're going to get some shit from some political weirdos. Definitely. Not to say it doesn't happen the other way, but it doesn't happen as much the other way. Hey, Meep. Meep says it's because his wife is sanctimonious. I don't really think it has anything to do with his wife. I'm only looking at the act in question and the release of the photographs and the media coverage and all that. And I say, if you're having a consenting relationship with somebody and you want to pass consenting photos back and forth with each other, and then that person wants to leak that photo, generally speaking, I think that's horrific. But I think it's less horrific when you're engaging in that behavior. It's like, I won't get gored by a bull. Mostly because I'm not engaging with bull runs. But if you go to Spain and run with the bulls and get gored by the bulls, you're taunting. I'm not really that shocked. Loose neutral, I'll look into that. I don't know what's going on.
Join the show.
Love the show, but I disagree with you guys.
It's the fastest way to get your voice on the air. Say it, send it, and hear it on the iHeartRadio app.
The stock market can't go up forever. What's your plan for what comes next? If you don't have an answer, Noble Gold Investments can help. Noble Gold helps investors protect their portfolios with physical gold and silver. Download your free wealth protection kit at noblegoldinvestments.com before it's too late. noblegoldinvestments.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
this in just a moment here. Don't forget, you can learn more about the show, get all the links to the YouTube and that good stuff, even watch the VODs, the video on demand of the show after it's done. Look in the featured section at thenewsjunkie.com. I got some updates here, updates galore, as a matter of fact. And one of them just came in, so let me start with this. Just moments ago, I'm seeing, here it is right here. The Wizards, the Washington Wizards. I played this clip earlier where they had some guy for April Fool's Day come out to center court, and they had him do a half-court shot for $10,000, and then they pretended he won, and they gave him the big check, and he's dancing around, and he thinks he won $10,000, And they go, you didn't really win $10,000. And they gave him a couple of tickets to the game and a signed jersey instead. I said, I wonder if this person was taking part in this and if this was some sort of thing that they were doing just as a bit. But maybe not, because now the Wizards have issued an apology for this whole event after they appeared to have pranked a fan for April Fool's into thinking he won $10,000 by pretending he made a blindfolded half-court shot.
So it was a bit.
No, it was. Well, they said.
Keep reading.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. The Wizards say the skit was scripted and all the participants were in on the joke. So, yeah, right. It was a bit, but they're still apologizing.
Why?
We apologize for last night's April Fool's joke that left many wondering if we had misled a fan. See, I knew this was something that they wouldn't have dared to do with just some rando.
They've done it, though, in the past.
Yeah, why apologize for this?
The skit involving our mascot and other members of our performance team was scripted and intended to celebrate April Fool's Day. All participants were in on the joke. See, this is what I thought, but we missed the mark.
No, you didn't really.
Our fans are our priority, and we continue to be committed by providing a positive experience to all who attend our games. I think what they're saying that you guys are maybe missing is they pissed off a lot of people because people think they ripped this guy off. So they want to admit that it was just a joke and that he was in on it.
This is where we're at in 2026 on April Fool's Day. I mean, come on.
Well, I think if you pass this off as that this was just a regular fan, some people are going to believe it. As I was questioning it, I was like, it seems hard to believe that they would do this to somebody for real. But now it's confirmed that it was a skit, and they said everybody was in on the joke, but they're still apologizing to the fans.
Would there be the same amount of backlash if, say, they had said, it's just an April Fool's joke, tell you what, we're going to give you the $10,000 anyway?
No backlash at all. None.
There's no such thing.
What do you mean?
No backlash?
No, if they said, okay, is this what you're saying? If there was a random fan for the Wizards, and they bring this person out, it's totally random, they pretend like he gets the half-court shot blindfolded for April Fool's, they pretend like he wins, and then they go, no, just kidding, and they give him the check anyways. If they pay him anyways, nobody cares, right?
Right, but I'm saying if this was a scripted bit, and at the end of the scripted bit where everybody that participated was in the know, they said we're going to give you the $10,000 anyway. Now are people pissed?
There will be a handful of people pissed because they just like to be pissed about stuff, but
some people would be
less
pissed
backlash,
because
I'm sure.
They would feel like they were lied to. Some people would be like, I was lied to by the team. And
the premise of April Fool's Day, is it not?
That is, but they're saying, well, how many of these things where you do a challenge at halftime are fake? How many are like, if they were 2 weeks from now and it's not April Fool's,
this is why we get those stupid emails every year. Hey, guys, just remember, we don't want to be doing any April Fooling.
Yep.
Don't give out $100,000 or a Toyota.
iHeartRadio will remind us that we need to clear everything with them as far as April Fool's hoaxes goes. Let me be as clear as possible. I couldn't give a damn less about this at all. I don't care. I'm not offended. It takes a lot to offend me, but they've decided to apologize. And they admitted, more importantly, that the whole thing was rigged. It was fake. And I want to get to jury duty, but I'll hold off on that because I do have an email coming in. And I don't usually do this, but I want to at least give it a shot. This says, hey, Sean, Sabrina, and C-Lane. Everyday YouTube viewer here, and I have a request and a little bit of my life. On Thursday, March 27th, my family and my whole life changed. My 17-year-old son with Down syndrome, who is on the Seabreeze High track team, who I talk about all the time, was in a car accident. He was hit by a pedestrian on I-95, the interstate, by a car going 70 miles per hour plus. For a while there, we were worried that the worst would happen, but he came through. Now we're dealing with the aftermath. His injuries are quite substantial with multiple broken bones and surgeries, and all on his graduating year with less than 2 months from graduation is our timeline. The future months, or maybe the rest of the year, will be teaching him to walk again and teaching him how to use his arms. He does have some injury to his brain, but has been quite responsive. He's upset at the limitations, but he's conscious. Jesus, man. So sorry to ramble, but he's our special little guy. Now on to the request. In all my years on earth, I've been responsible for my own bills and whereabouts. He says, this is something I never, ever do. But the nurses at Halifax told me to give it a try. And he said he started a GoFundMe for his son that got hit by this car on I-95. Now, I can never verify any of this, but I have no reason to think this person isn't being honest. And I'll just tell you, if you want to look it up, if you want to search for it and learn more, it's Help Joaquin Perry, I think is how you say his name, Joaquin Perry, Jauquin. Help Joaquin Perry, the Special Olympics hero, and they're trying to raise some money for him. It's Charles L. Over on YouTube. And you YouTubers, maybe you can Google this and grab that link on GoFundMe and pass it around. Other people on YouTube might know I'm a little bit better. And that's tough. Sorry to hear that. Don't usually shout those out. You never can tell what's real and what's not, but this guy seems legit, or at least I hope so. It's not April Fool's anymore, after all. But I feel for you and your son and your family, and wish you the best. Quick break. We'll be back with what was supposed to be in jury duty. I've got it all right here, and I promise you I will pay it off. I'll always pay it off eventually, and eventually is next, because that's what's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
The roadways are wet out there. We had some clouds roll in recently.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Guys, we got news. We got news. Was the email sent yesterday? No, it was just sent today. We got news. The Tiger Woods body cam video has been released. We're scrubbing over it right now. When I say we're, I mean C-Lane's scrubbing over it right now. C-Lane's going to scrub over this and see if there's any curse words in it. And then I will play for you the Tiger Woods body cam video. I will play that for you.
Spring allergy season is here, and if you're like most of us, you're suffering from allergies, maybe even sinus infections. Let me guess, itchy, water.
So those of you on TNJ chat, when you are talking about the stream restarting, I want some clarity, please. Are you talking about for a watch party on chat.thenewsjunkie.com? That's the first thing I want some clarification on. When you say the stream is restarting, are you talking about a watch party? You're the best, Sean? I didn't do anything. Kevin, I don't take requests. He's lying. March 27th was a Friday. Do we know a Charles L in chat on YouTube? Do you guys know who this person is? Sport, do you know who this is? You know who this person is? Because maybe somebody could vouch for this person. If Sport on YouTube knows who this person is, that might add a little validity to it. Thank you, Cat Butthole. Chat.thenewsjunkie.com. Then I hit join. Perfect. Okay, good. So you're talking about a watch party on chat.thenewsjunkie.com where the YouTube embed is on the side and the chat is on the right. Now, tell me what's happening. Is the page refreshing? Is the YouTube video skipping around, not playing live like it should? Give me a little more on that so I can fix it after the show. Yes, you recognize this guy? Okay. Okay. So, he looks like he's legit. This guy looks like he's legit. His son, who has Down syndrome, was hit by a car on I-95. Let's grab that GoFundMe. And let's pop it up, right? Maybe you guys can toss a buck or two in there. I'll take a look at it after the show. I don't personally know him, but his name is on the GoFundMe. Yeah, his name is on there. But if you recognize him from the chat, then at least we can tie those things together. 1 minute. We're coming back. I can't get a subscription because they processed the payment wrong? Get a subscription to what? To GoFundMe? All right, 30 seconds. We're coming back. Loose neutral. When you say refreshing, do you mean the whole page refreshes or just the YouTube video? Does chat refresh too? Coming back.
30. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio 104.1.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Thanks for joining us in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show by going to the website. It's at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we have some news coming in, I guess. I haven't seen this yet, but C-Lane's scrubbing over this right now. I guess they've released the Tiger Woods DUI crash body cam footage.
Yeah, and I had totally forgotten he had the hiccups, but you can see it.
Oh, no. How long is the footage that they've released here?
There's a couple videos. There's one that's about, let's see how long this is. That one doesn't say. One about 4 minutes long, and then they said there's another one of him in the, there's one in the back of the police cruiser.
Oh, really? Are there cursing in either of them?
I haven't heard any cursing. I don't know that he publicly curses that much.
Okay, well, that's good. Give me the links if you don't mind, and I'll bring that up, and we'll see what happened on this. Well, let me officially start it since I haven't done that. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, you know him, you love him, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. When it's time for an attorney, you know when that is. After an accident, your neck hurts a little bit, you know you got to do something about this. The first call I want you to make is to the attorney that's going to still give you the attention you deserve. Let me tell you something. These attorneys that are all over TV and billboards everywhere and stuff, they get so big that they don't care about each person calling in. There's too many people calling in with these little tiddlywinks cases all over the place, and they don't want to waste their time on anybody, so you get caught up in that. You get short shrift. Nobody cares. They're not paying attention to you. They don't know about you. They don't know about your personal story. They don't sit down and listen to you. You deserve better than that, I think. So that's why after an accident or anything else that happens where you need an attorney, 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. All right, Tiger Woods. You sent me this? Let me see. All right. This is just being released. The body cam of Tiger Woods' arrest.
The first video you see there is the actual news report.
All right.
Which may consolidate it into the best parts, but if you scroll down, it has the raw video.
All right, let's go into the raw video. Is this it right here? This one is the raw video?
No.
Body cam shows moment.
You don't have as much scrolling as I have.
No, my scrolling is limited here. So I see police release body cam footage of Tiger Woods' arrest.
Hang on, let me send you a different one. Yeah, you watch that one.
Okay, well, send me, if you got a better one, send that. I mean, this one's only a minute and a half long or something, or minute 51. I don't know if that's the correct one that I'm supposed to be playing.
Right, let me see.
I want to get the most bang for my buck here. I want to make sure we're watching the whole thing. Yeah, there's lots of different clips that I see here, but they're all pretty short. So,
all right,
you sent me the right one.
Yeah,
C-Lane's tossing this through the internets, through the tubes, the series of tubes out there, and these are just released. I'll give the good news for Tiger Woods is this. I'll give you this: the judge in the Tiger Woods case has granted the request from his attorney for him to go to this medically integrated program that Tiger Woods said he wanted to go to. He wants to check himself into a facility, an inpatient facility. They had a travel ban on him, so Tiger Woods wasn't able to travel. But the judge said he can travel to go to this particular facility.
Where is it? Did they say where it is?
I figured Florida had plenty of places to go.
They usually do. Yeah, Florida has lots of facilities like this where this happened.
His lawyer cited in the request that, obviously he wants to get into this facility for his health and all that and to work on himself, this and that. But also his desire for privacy factored in somehow. And I guess if you go to a rehab in another country, it's somehow more private. I don't know how that works, but
rich people.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of money still, despite all these things that have happened in Tiger Woods' world. Here's the body cam footage. Jeez. All right, here we go.
This is from TMZ stating that Tiger Woods' DUI body. Your feet towards you. All the way.
There's a female officer giving him a test on the scene.
Do you take any medication?
This is the interview we've already heard or reread about in the police report.
Okay.
Where they're bleeping out what his answers were, but the police report was very descriptive.
It's hard to hear him now.
Did you take all of them today? Yeah. At what time? The morning, night? Morning. 200 milligrams for each.
Why is it the body cam video from the other officer and not the one that's questioning him? Is that one released too?
It sounds like a leaf blower is right next to the cops interview. Like, sorry guys, still got to do my job. But
this is much closer right here. So this sounds a little better. Let me go over to this one. They're giving him some of the tests.
I've never even seen this test.
Oh, this is them cuffing him.
Place them behind your back. There you go. So at this time, I do believe your normal faculties are impaired, okay? And you're under the unknown substance, okay? So at this time, you are at the risk for DUI. Yes, sir.
He said I'm being arrested?
Yeah, that's what the cast... Never mind.
Okay, do you have anything on you that's going to poke you for press?
It's a little hard to hear.
A couple of pills in my pocket. Nothing's going to poke you.
Yeah. So she said, is there anything in your pocket that is going to poke me or anything like that? Do we have him in the back of the car?
Scroll down the link that I sent you.
Okay, the second one?
Yeah.
The second link says Tiger Woods, body cam footage. All right, I see this. That's the one we just watched.
All the way to the bottom. Below that one. Here we go.
Right here. Okay, this is in the back. This is in the back of the cruiser. Maybe the audio sounds a little better here. Let's see. It says new footage shows Tiger Woods in the back of the vehicle after his arrest. All right. I don't hear anything yet, but he's just kind of sitting there by himself right now.
They not have any audio, just looking, thinking about, ooh.
Maybe they're cruising along here. It's hard to say. I just see Tiger Woods in the back of the police car, and he is not happy at this moment in time.
Nah.
He is not thrilled. But
who
I don't
could
hear
blame
any
him,
conversation.
really?
Yeah, he's just sitting in the back here. He lucked out on that because you can't hear. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, he's sitting. Oh, he's got the hiccups still sitting in the back of the car.
Yeah, I'm 1012. I'm 51 CDR South.
Maybe he's smart enough not to say anything, which would be a good move.
Yeah. I'm surprised he said, I'm getting arrested. Buddy.
He's still got the hiccups. All right, there he goes. So
he's nervous? Is that like...
Yeah, no, they said during it he had the hiccups. Oh, I mean, I don't know. He didn't drink anything because he did blow a 0.0. So he wasn't drunk and hiccuping because of that. But you can hiccup off of other things too. If you're messed up on pills, it can send you into the hiccups.
Does it really?
Yeah. I've had that happen before. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I've had that happen.
That and what was it? The murder guy of the Jinx. He started to hiccup after he was caught with murdering.
Yeah, in this case, they said right when they pulled him over, he had the hiccups. Hiccups can be a rare side effect of certain medications, including opioid pain relievers.
Which one gave you the hiccups, bud?
It might have been. What does Xanax fall under?
Benzo.
What's the category? Is that? Let's see. Is it a benzo? Xanax because I think it might have been that. It's a GAD, generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder pill, yada, yada, yada.
But it's a benzodiazepine.
So that would lead into what they were saying. And the other thing, you can get hiccups from that. I've had it before, an outbreak, and it's not as easy to get rid of as it is when you just have some drinks and you end up with a hiccup.
I've never found it that easy to get rid of, especially when I think really hard about getting rid of it.
Yeah, then they'll sell you all the gimmicks and gadgets. And so
how many times have we done that at the bar?
A lot of times. All you got to do is this. No, trust me.
No,
you
just
surefire
hang
away.
upside down.
Sean's trick early on worked for years for me when it was like in, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. But he would have to have someone else doing that for you, and then out, and then it's gone.
Yeah, or you scare somebody. If you scare somebody, it would work.
I end up scaring myself. I never used that one.
Tiger Woods didn't scare himself enough because in the back of that police car,
I'm being arrested? What?
Just hiccuping the whole time. All right, the other stuff I promised. Let me work this in now. There's the Tiger Woods update. He's allowed to go to this rehab. They released the body cam footage. He's lucked out. You can't hear a lot on that because the audio sucks. And then in the back, he was quiet. He was quiet in the back of the police car, which was a good move. The other updates, that quadruple amputee cornhole murder suspect, that guy is now offering up his defense in this case. If you don't remember the story, I'll get you caught up here because the quadruple amputee guy, he ended up He ended up in a vehicle with a friend. Him and a friend got into an argument. And then
Dayton Weber's inspirational story caught the attention of ESPN's cameras. A cornhole champion, despite losing his arms and legs to a back.
Yeah, and then he wasn't famous for those reasons. He was famous because he shot and killed his friend that he started arguing with in this car that they were driving along. And then he tried to get his friends in the back seat who had just witnessed it all. He tried to get them to work with him to cover up the murder and get rid of the body and stuff. That's what the allegations say. He's saying it was self-defense. Him and his attorneys are arguing it was self-defense. And an attorney for quadruple amputee cornhole champion who's been charged with murder says the Maryland man acted in self-defense when he shot and killed his friend last month. Dayton James Weber, 27, is accused of fatally shooting the victim during an argument in his vehicle. The victim, 27-year-old Bradrick Wells, was in the front seat, was found dead in a yard in Charlotte Hall, Maryland. And they located this guy and brought him in. He said he was 100% justified in defending his life from an immediate lethal threat. He was terrified of being killed. He knew that he had to shoot or be killed. That's what the cornhole guy's attorneys are saying at this point in time.
Well, good luck. You have two other witnesses that left.
That's going to do him in.
The two other witnesses also said that you tried to get them to help you with the body.
Not a good defense. No,
that's tough. That's going to be tough to overcome. But his attorneys are at least saying that it was self-defense, and we'll see what happens from there. And then finally, an update in the judge who yelled at the IT guy. And if you don't remember this was such a weird encounter that went viral. This judge is in his courtroom, and the IT guy comes in to fix something, and they really seem to not like each other very well. I'll play this. I got to pause it at the end, though, because I remember the judge curses. But I'll play the beginning of it for those of you who haven't heard. The judge has the IT guy go over to fix something.
Of course you don't. And you're disjoined from the audio here, right? Yeah, it should be. Let me see. Sorry.
The judge gets out of the way.
Did I make this up? No. 5 seconds. 1 second. You don't have to go far. You're disjoined. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Okay. False alarm.
No, it wasn't a false alarm.
False negative.
Don't joke around. I'm serious about this. It was happening again.
I understand. I'm just saying.
So the awkward back and forth, and the judge yells at him, and then he says, "Get out of my courtroom."
I want to speak to your supervisor.
Yeah, like I don't remember if he said exactly that he was going to fire him, but he was like hinting that he wanted the guy fired, kind of.
Yeah. Where's his supervisor? I'm tired of this BS.
Yeah. That's when he cursed. Now there's more to this. Here's the updates on this story. A local attorney has been ordered to appear before a Harris County judge after criticizing the judge over his behavior toward an IT staffer. Let's put this on the Mo list because this is an interesting one. According to emails obtained by ABC 13, local attorney James Stafford told the judge in an email after seeing a video of a tense interaction between Myron and the IT staffer. They said, "I hope you issued him an apology for how you treated him." This is the attorney emailing the judge. I hope you were just having a bad day and this is not your typical judicial temperament, he wrote to the judge. The judge responded saying, I need you to appear in my court on April 9th, saying he was communicating ex parte, which is a legal term for when somebody communicates with a judge in a pending case without other parties being aware, which is generally prohibited.
But he's not.
The attorney says, Judge, I have no cases in your court. This is not ex parte, but merely a voter exercising one's freedom of speech concerning what some would consider offensive decorum in your courtroom. He says he does not plan to appear before the judge. So I don't know what's going to happen with that fallout next, but a lot of people were calling this judge out. The pressure on the judge is
what?
rising.
Going to throw people in jail for contempt?
Well,
that was his response? Like
the judge said, I want you to come before me in this courtroom. And he says it's like an ex parte thing. But if the attorney doesn't have any cases with him, then that doesn't make any sense.
No.
That part doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why that would work. But, there's a lot of pressure against this judge right now, and people want him to step down. I'm not sure that he's going to be interested in doing this. Now, honestly, I'm not even sure that the IT guy was even in the right here. It's just the IT guy might have been completely screwing up at his job, and maybe he deserved to be fired. But
I think the judge is just not that great at Zoom for some reason.
Public opinion is coming out on the side of this judge being kind of a dick in this circumstance.
Fine, the judge was being a dick. Give the judge the opportunity to apologize, which is kind of what that attorney was doing. Like, hey, that didn't come off looking good. I hope you gave that guy an apology. I hope you set an example. Mm-hmm. And instead, the judge is doubling down on being a dick. I didn't think the guy should lose his job before. I still don't necessarily think he should lose his job now. But I do think he should apologize.
It doesn't look good by itself. And if there's more details that if everybody knew them, it would change the game, then the judge should go, hey, guys, if I was ever caught on audio yelling at somebody and behaving in this way, and I was like, get out of here, this person should be fired, I want them out of here, I want them fired, et cetera, et cetera. And there's audio of me doing this, and people started to react to it, I would go, hey, folks, a lot of this is about context. You don't understand what was happening in this case, so let me provide some context. Hey, I was talking with this IT guy. He accused me of being an idiot and not properly connecting to the room. I told him he was wrong. Whatever, give the context and see if it changes anybody's mind. But I haven't seen any context from the judge. I've just seen more pressure against him. So, at some point, I'm going to think you don't have a defense for yourself, and you were just being a dick to this guy. I don't know. We'll see what happens in this case. And we'll get to a bit of a grab bag segment when we come back, because I've got some audio clips I've been waiting to play for you. One is an announcer at a baseball game who's facing some heat for something he said. And I want to see what you think of this. I'm really curious to get everybody's thoughts on this. In fact, that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways are wet out there. We had some clouds roll in recently, so expect some rainy conditions slowing down your ride this afternoon. I-4 westbound near Princeton Street, that crash has been cleared up. There's still some slowdowns in that area. Just look out for emergency crews, police activity on the roadways still. No serious accidents tying you up on the major roadways, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Terminix. Termite alert. It is termite season in Florida, and swarms have been identified in your area. Termites can attack your home or business and cause costly damage. Don't live with the termite problem. Before you see termites this swarm season, Terminix it. Schedule a free inspection at Terminix.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Since 1984, Solar Source has helped Central Florida homeowners beat rising energy costs. Now, during the Solar Source Price Rewind event, event. They're offering pre-2020 pricing, a deal you may never see again. So there's no pressure with them, no gimmicks, just expert guidance. And for a limited time, Solar Source will honor any pre-2020 solar electric quote while supplies last. Join over 75,000 homeowners who've already made the switch. Join solarsource.com/monsters to get your quote today.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money.
All right. Dull Mike.
Cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside.
Sorry, I didn't want everybody to go nuts about the mic noise. Moving things around. What's going on Twitch and YouTube? I don't have TNJ chat up. I need to get TNJ chat up here. We could do that. How's everybody's Thursday? No psych, Kevin. We really did it. Hello, Steffa P, Johnny Riv, Slacker, Cat Butthole. Hello, Das Hefe, thank you. BDMP, DJ Rage, hello, Nicole. What's everybody got? What's people doing for Easter, huh? Trying to get that together at Mi Casa con mi familia. In fact, getting some text on that right now. Laundry on Easter. My daughter and I go eat crab boil. Man, Avendasora, there are certain members of my family that would enjoy a crab boil or some sort of seafood boil. And the rest would probably just go, meh, we're fine. But we had a friend gathering recently, and the friends, those people are all more likely to like get down on some seafood, some shrimp boils, some stuff like that. At which point we go, one of these days, you know, when it's nice out, we get our heater installed and we got the pool going, just get like a bushel of oysters and just sit there shucking, drinking. But unfortunately, due to half my family not liking flavor, the seafood boil will be out of there. Crab and potatoes? Well, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I gotta, every time, last couple of times I've done shrimp, I've done it inside, but I've still used like the Zatarans, and everybody's like, C-Lane is trying to gas everybody out of the house, just making everybody cry. I like that, that tiny little bottle you get of the Zatarans liquid crab boil concentrate. That is one of my secret ingredients in the Bloody Mary for heat. Just a little of that stuff. Not the same amount you would put in for hot sauce, because that stuff is strong. It is a concentrate. But, oh, it's got that good heat, that good flavor. It was so funny the first time flying into New Orleans, getting off the plane, and like the stuff, like airports do a good job of, their stores do a good job of stocking up with things that a tourist would think like, oh, I could get this, you know, to remind me of my trip, or I could get this for a family member that was like, this is just like, you know, this is just like New Orleans. And it's just touristy stuff that you could get at Publix, like the same stuff. Like I landed in New Orleans for Josh's bachelor party. I was running way late because of plane issues. And the first thing I saw was like a gift shop that had a whole big thing of Zatarans. I was like, I can get Zatarans anywhere. I don't like the idea of a souvenir that I can get anywhere. I like the idea of the souvenir that I can only get there. Or it's at least a little harder to get. Buzz, you do have to concentrate when you had to concentrate. It is so important, Buzz. When I do my little Bloody Mary drop, I pour just a tiny bit in the cap in case I pour too much. And then go. So, anywho, 20 seconds. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. 20 seconds. We'll be right back. Bye.
AC/DC, Metallica, Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search Classic Hard Rock. iHeartRadio. And make it a preset now.
Home of the world famous Game of Magnets. This is
So good to have you with us here. 88 days left, TikTok on the contract. And I told you, I think I told some of you, I've got a bit of a meeting coming up. I got a mystery meeting coming up tomorrow after the show with the suits to talk about the contract stuff. And this was not a meeting that we had planned on really too far ahead of time. There was supposed to be a meeting coming up in a couple of weeks, but there was a push to go, hey, we're getting down to it. You have 88 days left. What the hell's going on? What are we going to do here? And so there will be a meeting after the show tomorrow that I'll be talking to some of the folks about the contract. I still have bad vibes about everything. I really don't think I'm going to get a positive spin out of this. And we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know if there's any updates because I've been getting a lot of emails about that. If there's anything I need to tell you, I'll let you know. But for now, all I know is there's some sort of meeting tomorrow. The vibes on it aren't good from my perspective, and I don't think anything good's going to come out of it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Here's the thing I teased you here. I might as well play this. Gary Cohen, baseball broadcaster, Gary Cohen, was talking about the St. Louis game and dropped a line about being in St. Louis that is made folks from St. Louis. What are they called, folks from St. Louis? St. Louis? St. Louis, whatever they call people from St. Louis, Missouri, they are upset with this broadcaster over what this guy said.
St. Louisans.
St. Louisans? Yeah. All right. Okay, St. Louisans are upset over this. Here's what the guy said during the baseball broadcast that got him upset here. Neutron bomb hit the city and just eliminated all the people. There's no people in St. Louis.
I mean, there are people in St. Louis, so... Is their downtown just not popping
downtown
anymore? Or something happened to this particular anchor?
According to him, according to the broadcaster, Gary Cohen, he's saying downtown St. Louis is dead. You don't ever see any human beings walking around there.
Okay.
It looks like somebody dropped an old neutron bomb, and the St. Louis people got mad.
Go back to the shot of St. Louis that they're showing. It's kind of a shallow position where the only place you would see people is walking literally in front of the camera.
Yeah, usually they'll show an overhead shot somewhere, and you'll be able to see all the people like ants rummaging around. But they're showing a fountain here, and they're like, where would the people be? Maybe around the fountain?
They could be in front of the fountain. They could be. I guess we're kind of in a park, so you would be able to see people around. I mean, hey, they're not wrong. It's a little dead in this particular point of view.
Yeah, I just don't know if this is. Well, I guess nobody mingles here, so that's what he's talking about. But they were upset with this guy because he made a claim that it looked like their city had been neutron bombed. And he said those old neutron bombs that would knock down buildings, or wouldn't knock down buildings, but just eliminate people. It's like one of those hit St. Louis.
Is it the neutron bomb thing that they're mad about, or just the people, the St. Louisans that are just like, no, we're here, we promise?
Some of the feedback was like he was having a fever dream or dreaming that we got hit by a bomb in St. Louis, which that doesn't at all.
One way to put it, okay.
He was saying that there's nobody there, and it looks like all the people got zapped away. He probably would have been better suited to say it looks like the rapture occurred or something like that.
The game is
like,
in St. Louis?
Like, yeah, they're in St. Louis here.
Seems like
playing,
a lot of people are at the game.
The Yankees, and that's well, hold on. There are people in the stands, although there's a lot of open chairs in the stands too. I can only see one part of it here.
Big handful of fans came dressed as empty seats.
Yeah. St. Louis Cardinals is a team. It looks like they're playing the Mets, I think, and there was nobody in the city. Anybody in St. Louis care to weigh in on your city?
Hello?
What's going on with downtown? I know a lot of downtowns have their own issues. Certainly, downtown in Orlando has its own issues. So
I saw plenty of people yesterday posting their pictures of the Artemis launch from Lake Eola Park. A lot of people watching downtown. There was people.
That brought a lot of people out. Everybody except for what's his name, the race car driver guy, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh, never mind.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. apparently was the only person who didn't know, because everybody else was posting on social media that I saw about the damn moon mission here. A lot of people reaching out about magnets. I will look into all of these. I promise you. I really, really appreciate it. And I will get into these very, very quickly here. Hold on. Let me write this note down. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Here's somebody talking about this. So my whole inbox is full of people asking for magnets now. I'm trying to go past those. Here. Somebody says, are you guys aware that you just played a clip on the show where the kid says the F word?
Oh, my God. Okay, I can't.
This is the weirdest thing you guys have done, all right? This is the weirdest thing, the collective audience reaction that the little kid said the F word when he so clearly said friggin'.
I think it's starting to depend on what speakers people are hearing this from.
Is it like if I block one of the sides of my headphones, will I hear this kid say the F word?
He said FRICKIN.
Yeah, I'll play it again because I'm so confident in this. But the emails are just rolling in like, you're done. What are you doing, Sean? Why are you ruining your career?
Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the frickin' moon, that's why.
Yeah, the R is there. It is present.
We're going back to the frickin' moon.
You know
and
what
the
we
frickin'
need?
moon is fine.
That kid's GoPro footage.
Yeah.
A second source would be the camera that's strapped to his head.
I would give it 2 views because I'm not sure he caught anything astounding on this thing.
I can hear right now as we watch that frickin' moon. We're going to the frickin' moon.
Yeah. But where's anybody getting anything else?
I came by a link, when I was scrolling.
Yeah.
In the bathroom
Oh,
earlier.
my God. You're going to the other side, aren't you?
No, I'm saying when I played it through my cell phone.
Should I stop playing this?
When I played it through my cell phone, I was like, oh, it kind of does sound.
All right, hold on. There's another clip of this, but it's like the crappy one from the TV. Is that the one maybe that sounds more like? All
yeah.
right. This is
In
the
fact,
one.
I don't think you should play this one.
Really? Well, now I have to because I'm positive the kid's saying the word that's fine to say. All right.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the frickin' moon.
I can even hear I even heard it better that time.
I get your point, though.
It would be a double take.
I do understand. Yeah,
I would have a moment in which I look up at ceiling and then turn around and be like, should I dump that? But
he says frickin'.
It's very clear he says frickin'.
A lot of people are arguing online about whether or not he cursed or not. But he didn't. It was fairly clear to me that he did not. Teach your kids this is embarrassing, people. I swear I heard the F word all day long when I heard this. Why were they playing this over and over? Now, but everybody's going to be dropping F-bombs when interviewed by CNN. Why are people trying to make it out like this kid said the F word when he clearly said frickin'? I can only hear one thing as clear as day, and it is not the F word. Ted on YouTube is saying that sounds like the F word.
Okay, Ted.
We're not doing this anymore. We're not doing it anymore. All right? It's just weird. It's a collective hallucination.
Exactly. I mean, but them, though. The three of us have never felt more confident about it being frickin'.
Some people are suggesting there's another thing going on here. Anonymous emails. Hi. Yesterday, Reddit had that video trending, but the kid actually said the F word.
He did not.
So all the idiots today are hearing your video and remembering yesterday's video. It's the same video. He said the same thing. He said we're going to the freaking moon.
We're being pranked, maybe.
I don't know. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to take our last break.
A friggin' break.
We're absolutely going to take one of those. Now I'm so unsure of the whole thing, though, that during the break, I will examine this as best I can. And we'll be back with this. The final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Thursday, we are going to be expecting a warm one as temperatures soar and make their way into the low and middle 80s with a high of 84 degrees today in Orlando. We will also be expecting some isolated to scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Only though about a 30 to 40% chance of rain is expected. We'll dry things out a bit for our Friday and Saturday before higher chances of rain unfold as we look ahead towards Monday and Tuesday with around a 30% chance of some afternoon showers possible for Easter Sunday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. The only thing better than grabbing a Blizzard treat on a warm, sunny day would be snagging a second one for just 99 cents with the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. It's buy one Blizzard treat, get another one for just 99 cents when you order in the DQ app. DQ. Happy tastes good for limited time at participating U.S. locations.
Folks, love the sponsors of this show. They many of them have been around for a very long time because they want to get access to you, the audience that listens to this show. And I take that very seriously. I don't want to open you up to anybody who you would spend money with them and afterwards come back and say, that was a ripoff. Why would you have that on your show? I don't care about a money grab that much. I'd rather just tell you about the best companies out there, companies that you should know about anyways, companies that I'm proud to tell you about, like Mills Air. Do you want a locally owned and operated company? So it's not some company from California or something operating here and siphoning off all the local money? Do you want a local company that is a family-owned and operated company? Do you want a company that strives for honesty? Is that kind of thing important to you? To do the right thing and to have the best staff members and the best techs out there possible. If all those things are important to you like they are to me, when you have a problem with your AC, you go to Mills Air. Simple as that. Go to Mills Air. They're going to get you all fixed up. 407-277-1159. Don't panic. Don't freak out. No matter what kind of AC you have, they got you taken care of. 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Get an alarm clock. Get a rooster. Kane's Super Saturday starts this Saturday at 10 a.m.
Prepare to lose your mind.
One day only, everything is on sale. Over $40 million in furniture.
The whole shebang.
New sofas from $499. Dining rooms from $299. Three-piece beds from $299. Special financing store-wide.
Call the cops. This is stealing. Kane's Super Saturday.
Doors open at 10 a.m.
Oh, you guys just missed a great burp. If I had clicked the button just a couple seconds earlier, it wasn't that great. But you know, it was a dull mic burp. All right. I think we rate the show here. TNJ chat, let me pull you up so I can see what your ratings are. Oh, we got a Frankie McDonald tweet. Somebody posted. Is this a good one? Let's hear this.
This is Frankie McDonald, my own team station live from Sydney, Nova Scotia. The rocket just left Florida with the astronauts on it, and the astronauts finally left the planet Earth, and they're up in outer space as of right now. And the astronauts are getting further away from the Earth as of right now. They have left the planet Earth. They're up in space as for right now after the launch.
Love that guy. Old Frankie McDonald. It's so funny when usually calling it the planet Earth sounds so cartoonish. But I mean, this really, they left the planet Earth. They left the planet. They left Earth. And now they're going to moon. Which is weird because all the other planets have names for their moons. And ours is just the moon. But it's too late to name it now. Or is it? Moon of America? Better than Trump moon. Moony McMoonface? All right. Finger frickin' good show. Is the moon flat like the earth? I doubt it. I doubt it. Glad you got your shirts. I know my mom got her shirts yesterday. Everybody's merch is coming in. Hot merch. I got to pick a chatter of the day. I do. It's hard to do. It's a hard thing. I'm going to pick Missy for giving us that great Frank and McDonald tweet. Pick Missy. Chatter of the day. Congratulations, Missy. You did it. I love our moon. I just don't like calling it different things. Missy! Fireworks. Do I not see the fireworks? I don't see the fireworks coming up. Oh, we are back. I gotta stop yapping.
Buy Aleve today. Use as directed.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
We'd tell you to check out the app chat room, but those people are weird and mostly naked. This is...
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's all coming up here in just a moment on the show. Thank you to Craig K. Oh, big thanks to Sunshine State John again, the king of gifted subs. 13 gifted subs over there on the website. Let me make sure they're still available. I'm talking about them right now. Yes, they are, because I haven't even talked about this at all. 13 gifted subs from Sun State John available over on the website for secret shows. And there's a secret show coming up tonight, so you're in really good position here. If you grab those, all you have to do is have an account on the website. And because of Sun State John gifting these, and I'm adding them to the leaderboard right now, there they go. Because of him gifting these, you can get a month-long audio and video subscription to secret shows and completely unlock the website, thenewsjunkie.com, just by going over there and hitting claim. Hit claim when you're logged in on the website, and it is yours. And don't forget, everybody who claims one of these or everybody who has an account, tonight at 8 p.m., go to thenewsjunkie.com, and you can watch secret shows live in the studio here. You can watch and chat along. If you miss it, if you don't have time, whatever, that's fine. It's released on Fridays at 5 p.m. But go uncensored. Monitor the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Hang out with everybody. It's a party. It's a good time. Thank you, Sun State John, for the 13 gifted subs. Grab yours at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, I teased this at the beginning, so let me work it in. This is crazy. I want more details here. But this young girl who disappeared a very long time ago in Arizona has been found alive. The 13-year-old was reported missing in, get this, 1994. And over 30 years have gone by while this person was off the radar and completely missing. And now they found her. Yeah, Christina Marie Plant disappeared in May 1994 from what is now the town of Star Valley. At the time, it was a different area. She was last seen on Moonlight Drive wearing a white T-shirt and tennis shoes. There was an extensive search afterward, but they didn't find her. And now they said 30-something years later, they have found this woman.
She's 45 now.
That's crazy. Let me play this story real quick and see what they say.
Developing tonight, a 32-year-old cold case out of Gila County has been solved. The sheriff's office saying that Christina Marie Plant, who disappeared out of Star Valley in 1994, has been found alive more than 30 years later. 12 News journalist Tiani Jadalang went to the town near Payson, and she has the latest update on this case.
I mean, that is crazy to think about. She was 13. She disappeared in 1994, and they just found her now? I have some questions about where she's been.
This is a decades-old missing persons case. It dates back to May of 1994 when Christina Plant was just 13 years old. But now there's not a lot of details of how or where Christina is today.
I hate to do this. I'm going to offer a critique here. And I mean this, and I'm going to say it in a gentle way to all my brethren out there, folks who are into TV news, you guys who are reporters out there. I salute you. I think you're the actual reporters. All the cable news people pretend to be reporters. The local news people, you're the real reporters. You're out there getting into the nitty-gritty and bringing these stories to people. Can we stop with the reading everything off of your cell phones? You used to sit there with the microphone in your hand. Now they're all staring at their cell phones the whole time. You already got the AirPod in your ear usually half the time, but they constantly are looking down at their phones when they do these
I'm getting a vibe,
reports.
though, that she had to set this up herself. She
might
doesn't have a camera guy.
You got to memorize it or something. Maybe give them a thing. Maybe they don't give them enough
Teleprompter?
stuff. They might not give them a little teleprompter like iPad screen or something.
This case dates back to May of 1994 in this neighborhood. It now falls under the town of Star Valley, which was only incorporated back in 2005.
All right.
But before that, this area was considered Payson. 13-year-old Christina Plant was last seen on Moonlight Drive, wearing a white T-shirt with red, yellow, and blue shorts and black tennis shoes. The then teenager left home on foot to go to the stable where her horse was.
So where's she been?
After those known moments, she was never seen again.
Stable. The whole time
After
they
the
never
time
looked.
of her disappearance, extensive search efforts were conducted involving local law enforcement, volunteers, and regional resources. That's according to the Gila County Sheriff's Office. With no viable leads, Christina was entered into a national
Holy cow, she's 40. She was 44 whenever this was posted. I don't even know when this was posted.
God, it just makes me think there's so many people who have been told to like give up. Your person is gone, and we'll look at the story like, nope.
Yes,
we're back to searching. We're doing.
I mean,
it.
I wouldn't blame that. There's a little bit of reason to have hope if this woman could be found alive. And on one hand, I'm kind of wondering what happened. Tell me the story. Where's she been for all these years? Maybe it's not a really good story. Maybe it's something that she doesn't want to share.
I mean, there's been, how many times have we seen somebody come back from a long spell of being missing, and it hasn't been a great story.
The sheriff's office said no additional information will be released out of respect for her privacy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean,
okay. Well, but how about what was she kidnapped? Is the person behind bars?
They're not saying. They are not saying. It's very strange. Interesting case, but we'll keep an eye on this. This woman was 13 years old when she went missing in 1994. Now, over 30 years later, she was found alive. Unbelievable. All those gifted subs have been claimed, by the way. Thank you again to Sun State John for gifting those. The king of the leaderboard over there. And we'll see you tonight for secret shows at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. The countdown starts at 7 o'clock, and then it goes live at 8 p.m. Let's get into your final dispatches. Let's see. Here we go.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
All right. Let me see. Now, I'll tell you what. The first thing I'm doing is I'm nuking any of these that are about the little kid and what he might have said on the space report. I'm not doing any of them. That's about 3/4 of them. Now, instead of doing all of that, I'm going to go over here. Here's Mo Manji, the realtor. Let's see what he says.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure there's some videos or audio of Sean yelling at Austin. Austin, you didn't do this right. So, yeah, can we dig those up, please? I think he's lying to us.
There probably
Okay,
is.
bye.
There probably is. But Austin had it coming if you had audio of me yelling at Austin. Because Austin has been in this studio where he was fixing one thing. This happened not that long ago. Austin's in the studio, and he was fixing this simplest thing. He was putting this nice, beautiful new LED light on the control tower of all my rack mount equipment for the studio. And he sets it up, and he goes, oh, here's the website. Here's how you can control it all. He's a genius, this guy. And I go, oh, cool. I could do this. I could do that. And then next thing I know, my digital rack mount mixer completely took a dump.
You said that wasn't Austin's fault.
Hold on.
Ooh,
my digital rack mount mixer completely took a dump, and I'm like, what the hell? And he starts looking around, and he goes, I know it looks like I did something because I'm over here. He said it's completely unrelated, and I think he was right. It just happened to be that he was working on something, and then the other thing happened to break.
He happened to plug in something else.
He plugged in something else, and then right at that time it broke. But it wasn't his fault. He's right about that. It was, and then he fixed it.
Did you yell at him before you realized it wasn't his fault?
I didn't yell at him, but I was very upset because the studio was completely brought to its knees. And if he had not had another digital mixer and been able to take out a power supply and been like an electrical whiz kid, this studio would have been screwed for a little while. So, thankful for Austin. So I'm not yelling at him 9 times out of 10.
Did you ever back up that information?
Yes, I did.
All right, good.
Yeah, I got most of the studio stuff backed up. I learned lessons.
Little note to self: back up
over the
everything in
years.
the studio.
Backing up is a good idea, and you only think of backing up when you are in a really bad spot most of the time. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Is there anything I didn't do that I teased? Well, Trump had the address to the nation last night. He basically just said, hey, a lot of these other wars have gone on a real long time. The Iraq War went on for this long, and the Vietnam War went on for this long, and he said this war is very short in comparison, which he's right about.
Did the president of Iran ever put out a letter that apparently was rumored to be
I don't
released?
know.
No?
I didn't. Maybe.
I'll check my spam folder.
Yeah. I know that they bombed some bridges in Iran, but he's basically saying that that'll be over before you know it.
I saw one of the new gas pump stickers, because they did Biden last time with the I did that.
Yep.
And so now they have the Trump gas pump stickers.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
Revenge.
a little bit of cleverness added to it because he says, I ran these gas prices up.
Okay, that works. The turnaround for these sticker companies is just, it's a marvelous time to be a sticker company.
This is their year.
Yeah, this is a great
If
time.
you run a sticker company, it's almost like you're protected from the gas prices going up. Because as soon as the gas prices go up, you're going to have a lot of business.
Strangely enough, the sticker mule guy got heat for being a Trump supporter. Maybe this was
I would love to
motivating
see
factor.
how many Trump stickers they're pushing out.
Playing the long game here. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, April 2nd, 2026. Today I Learned, we got time. This series of movies.
Gives me time. I'm having a bad day.
The Despicable Me franchise. Sure, that's it. The Despicable Me franchise. The little characters, the minions, speak a different language, but they still redub them in every language that the film is released, so it makes sense. So they redo them, even though the minions have their own language.
They just have like a Spanish version of
yeah. Like they have a gibberish for every single language, so it makes more sense. Today I learned this song.
She said I'm gonna mix it up right here in the sink.
Love Potion number 9. That's right. This is the band The Clovers. They're featured in the series Something Bad Is Gonna Happen that I was telling you about the other day.
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
I just started it.
Really? I liked it. I liked the whole thing. The ending wasn't perfect, but I liked it. They were going to do a follow-up to Love Potion number 9 called Love Potion number 10, but they never got around to recording it, I guess. Thank you so much for listening. We do appreciate it.
First world problems, right?
We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.